Hey,
It worked.
another Toy Frenzy, episode 49.
Don't
I'm
say
not
it.
going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I can't believe it's the episode 49.
I can't believe how do we get there? As time flies.
Guys, what's going on? How did we get to 49?
How did we get there?
It's amazing.
So, Bobby, Adam, how are you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Good?
Pretty good. I mean, good too. Yeah.
Good.
I have to think about my answer before because I always know it's going to come back to me real fast.
Yeah.
I'm
You should have a script written out by now for the beginning.
I do. The script says, "Oh no, never mind." It's
That's all, folks.
order old issues of Muppet Magazine.
Okay.
Draw,
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Draw versions of Craftor, Carpentor, Chislor, Paintor, based on. And Muppets Take Snake Mountain. That's a long time ago. And also this.
Yeah. Right.
Now, above the punk rock grimace, folks, is a name. Ron Obvious. Okay?
Is that your punk rock name?
That's my new punk rock name, Ron Obvious. But I have a very special three little objects will be sent to you if you win this contest that's happening right now. The first person in the chat who can say what Ron Obvious is a reference to, you will win the prizes. And let me get the prizes out while we give folks a chance to think about that.
Boy, that even surprised me. I didn't even know you were doing that.
I didn't know either until just now.
You're
I just thought about it. But I have these things here, and I feel like it's a good opportunity. Okay, so the first person who gets the Ron Obvious reference, you'll win a micro figures, world's smallest Tila. You'll win a Hot Wheels Skeletor big wheel truck.
Oh.
And a Return of the Jedi retro style biker scout figure. I will send those to you. So the first person who's in the chat right now who knows the answer to that question. Nope. Oh, Cobweb won.
Yep.
All right, Monty Python. Thank you, Cobb. You did it. Oh, my wife just texted me. Monty Python, but she got second place. So Cobweb, congratulations. DM me your address and I will send you your prize.
It's awesome stuff.
That was sort of like off on the fly. We're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me right there. Something happened to me. Something snapped.
It's always a nice surprise. I was surprised.
You'll also, Cobb, you'll also get one of these too. I'll throw one of those in there too. Anyways, I think I just scared Adam and Bobby with my enthusiasm just now.
No, that was great.
I'm trying to think, what can I give away that's on my desk right now?
I enjoyed it.
Pop Actor answered 2 episode of Monty Python's Flying Circus. That's right. But Cobweb did answer first, so sorry, yeah. Pop Actor. But yeah, that's true. You did. This is good. This is a good filler because we're also waiting for Oz to come on. He messaged us. He said, "I'm running a little bit late," and for a good reason too. We totally understand. So in the meantime, shall we see who's in the chat?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we all know, Cobweb is here. Hello, Frenzy friends. Good to see you, Cobb. Pop Actor, not first. Masterversal Toy Hunter Eldor, great to see you. Thanos Copter, great to see you. Okay. Cat's Lair, we will talk about that a little bit tonight. And
we will.
Yeah, very briefly. Bobby, we will. Nolan, good to see you, Nolan. Let's see, Skyfall, great to see you. Let's see. I'm not as fast at this as Oz is, so sorry, folks.
Sorry.
Bud is here. Good to see you, Bud. And we got Ted Darklaw returning. Good to see you. Ron Embry, great to see you, man. Clifton, Eternian Ellipse, great to see you. Mr. Wonderful, of course, great to see you, Travis. And I think, oh no. Duchess of Darkness, great to see you, as usual.
It's nice that she feels better and got a new episode for Wicked Wednesday up too as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We're all relieved you're feeling better, Duchess. That's awesome. Let's see. And oh yeah, and people are saying, hope you're doing better, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Good. Skelevator, good to see you here.
That bastard.
Oh, and Dawn's here. Hey, Dawn, hope you're doing okay too. You know, we're all rooting for you over here, so hope everything's good.
Yeah, that transfusion or something. Yeah.
Yeah, transfusion. That's intense, man.
Yeah, it is.
And Dawn says I'm doing good. Awesome.
Good.
That's great. Fantastic. Let's see. It's so everybody's chatting with each other. That is so awesome. Oh, JMac77, great to see you here. Did I already say hi to JMac?
I don't think so.
I don't think so yet. Oh, Night One, great to see you. And yeah, congrats to Oz. When Oz pops on, we're gonna congratulate him and his family for being able to get PowerCon.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
really great thing that happened in the community to get him.
Yeah, that's something else.
It's so cool. I mean, this community astounds me at every turn.
Mm-hmm.
At every turn, there's always something. Every week, it's there. There's no nothing stops this community from being generous to its members. It's just amazing. Pop Actor, do I get a second gift? Is he referring to? Let me check it. Oh yeah. A Pop Actor, I might send you a little. So I'll send you a sticker. How about that? So DM me your address too, and I'll send you a Toy Frenzy sticker. Is that cool? I honestly was like really curious to see who would get that, but after all these years, now my name is not Skelevator, it's Ron. For those of you that know this channel, you know my birth name is Ronald. I go by Ron often, and when I saw Ron Obvious, when I remembered that Ron Obvious was a character from Monty Python, just recently watching old episodes,
I love them.
YouTube, I was like, damn it, that guy, if only I had known that back in the early 90s when I was in punk bands, I would have just called myself Ron Obvious. Let's see.
Hey, you bastard. Nice to see you.
What's up?
Welcome.
Hey, guys.
You
Sorry, it's running a little late.
You just missed an epic giveaway.
What did we give away?
Gave
Not my
away a
social
nice
security number, did we?
Yeah, that'd be horrible. Let's just give our social security numbers away.
Let's just do it. Put it out there. You know, dox us all.
Mine's 458-68-2774.
Wait.
That's a joke.
Wait, Aaron's Toy Samples, good to see you. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this. Oz, I am so slow at this.
All right, where are you at? Let's find that highlight here. We got J-Mac.
We got J-Mac already.
Watch out for this Battle Ramblog guy. We got him going on down here. And then we got Nolan in the house and Thanos Copter. Sorry if I'm repeating people. Duchess of Darkness is here, folks. Pop Actor in the house as well. We've got Ted Darklaw from Hellodope Toys. Thank you for being here, brother. Everybody saying hey to everybody. Eternian Ellipse. Thank you. King of Awesome is in the house. I appreciate it, Sir Clifton. And let's see, jump back up to the top. I know we're past this. We got Cobweb.
We
Dawn, Dawn,
We already did all this shit, man.
We did all that. We did it all. We did it all, Oz. But thank you. That's awesome. See, that's the kind of dedication that Oz has.
I know. It's crazy.
He's coming in late. He's like, I am still going to do my damn job. I'm going to still make it happen.
Okay, I got a question here for everybody. Is Adam okay? Never mind. It's all fixed. At one point, suddenly Adam became really scrambled on my screen, and I was wondering if it was just me. Everything's good now, though.
Right,
it must have just been me, but I don't know why my connection with Adam was all like, nah.
That's strange.
Yeah, Adam's sending you some crazy ass mental images or something.
Yeah, it's all part of my plan.
Oh no.
I want to go back to this real quick. Oh wait, where did it go? Oh yeah, Pop Actor. No, man, I'm still gonna send you that sticker. I stick to my word. Okay, you got second place. Well, third place. My wife got second place, but you'll get that sticker. I will send it to you. So definitely message me your address. I'll send you that sticker. All right. So Oz, just to catch you up. I put the name Ron Obvious up on the screen here and check to see if you knew the reference. And Cobweb got it, is Monty Python. And he got, I'm going to send him a Skeletor Hot Wheels.
Dude, you're sending him your monster truck.
A Biker Scout.
Nice.
And a World's Smallest Tila. And
that's excellent.
And Pop Actor is gonna get a Toy Frenzy sticker too because he got second place.
Well, there we go.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I agree.
My wife is gonna get a nice hug tonight for getting real second place.
A sweaty handshake.
Ooh.
Real sweaty.
So we got the AC on the side of the house where the ladies are tonight, and I'm here in the heat, so it will definitely be. I'm gonna be sweaty.
Oh, it's gonna be sweaty.
Just don't sit on your hands all night.
Ooh.
I won't.
You guys ever see that movie Ready to Rumble?
No.
Oh man. Yeah, okay, then Skelly probably knows what I'm thinking about. Ooh. Yeah, to get you a free Slurpee though, apparently.
So, guys, did you get anything exciting this week?
Yes, but not something that I can show off.
No. Okay. What does that mean?
It means that I don't know if you guys saw, but Mega J, being the amazing man that he is,
we were just talking about that before you popped in, man.
He did that GoFundMe, and it's actually exceeded the fully funded portion.
Holy mackerel, really?
Yes. Wow. Now, Cobweb and Aaron both sent money out before the GoFundMe was set up to my PayPal. So it's actually now exceeded the limit of it.
It's awesome.
That's amazing.
The amazing people in this community just it blows me away, and I can't commend them enough for the amazingness that really happens. Thank you, Nolan. Definitely appreciate it. Thanos Copter saying congrats. Appreciate you, brother. I mean, seriously, all of these legends out here, there's no way that I can thank anybody enough for just everything. You guys blew me away this past week, and thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, to everybody who was able to contribute a little bit to that, we commend you.
Yes.
What a great thing. And Jay, Mega J is a really close friend of the channel. He's been with us since the beginning. Yep. He's always been a supporter of our endeavors, no matter how eccentric they might be. He is such a great guy, and him doing that, and then the whole community coming together for you. I want to say, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody, myself too, for doing that. And with that, it's a gift not just for Oz, it's a gift for the Toy Frenzy too, because he gets to bring all that information back, and not all of us can go, and that allows, you know,
me and Adam here. We're gonna pull some dual coverage when we can.
Yeah.
You know, pull some. Yeah. Here.
This one.
There we go. We kind of got that. That actually almost worked.
Yeah, very well done. Yep, look good.
Yeah. Mr. Home Arcade, great to see you, and absolutely true. Oz is a great guy, and yeah, we know he's gonna have a great time.
Of course, yeah.
And so glad to see you here watching us, Mr. Home Arcade. He just did a review earlier for Mossman.
Yep.
Which is absolutely excellent. And have you guys seen how many more customs he's added to his Eternia? Is the most amazing diverse Eternia I've ever seen. And every time Doc Brown shows up in one of his videos, I can't stop laughing.
I love the world he's created. The universe he's created, you know, on his own is just phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. The crossover with the DC characters that he's got going on. I swear to God, there's no way that the TMNT Masters of the Universe crossover is going to compete with what he has already started to create.
Yeah.
Those figures are just leaps and bounds beyond what I expect we will actually see.
I think that the crossovers that people create on their own are always more interesting.
They really are. They really
are. So those of you who watch the channel, you know, I picked up this the Skeletor with the articulated jaw and Screech. Screech is up there. But Screech, honestly, folks, just like Zor, Screech is basically the vintage figure.
Yeah, they didn't do too much, really.
I think he's almost exactly the same. The fin on the back of the armor is a little bit thinner than the vintage one, but I haven't been able to see any real differences. But I'm glad I got these. I wasn't going to get them. I'm glad I got them because in person they're really cool. This Skeletor is pretty great. People have been, you know, people have feelings about the color choices and stuff, but I like it. It's a different one, and he's great for if people paint him up to look like the vintage Skeletor. He's going to be the closest thing we've gotten to a vintage Skeletor face.
You know, it's funny. That's what I was thinking too. Like,
you
don't like it, just paint it up a little bit. But I kind of like. If I were going to do something like that, I'd want to have at least 2 of them. You know, but I like that look.
Yeah, I like it too. I like
it matches the vintage art.
Yeah,
the colors. That's why.
That's right. Rudy Obrero, man.
Yeah.
Dig it.
It's like having a little 3-dimensional piece of art here.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah.
So Pop Actor's mentioning that he got the Point Dread Talon Fighter, and his must be one of those newer ones that came out. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the newer ones that are out now don't have that big black line anymore, which a lot of people were really upset about because it totally pulled it away from the rest of the castle. There is, aside from the eyes, there's really like no black on this castle. It's not like the old one where they would do the random spray job.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were upset about the big black mark at the bottom of Point Dread. I'm glad to see they learned from that and they were like, okay, chill with it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm still disappointed that the Point Dread itself is so much smaller than the vintage, but
I know. Well, fortunately, if you guys ever watch Hebro's channel, you got to buy it. But Mike Fee, who's normally in the chat and watches the show with us, helped him make the measurements, and they 3D printed a spacer that you can put on your castle so that a figure can now stand in there.
Yeah.
Now, what the hell was going through Mattel's mind?
Well, they have their ups and downs, don't they?
Yeah, yep. They're not perfect.
Nobody's perfect, but seriously, you guys had it right in the 80s with that one. How did you downscale that?
Yeah. Pop Actor saying, sucks for those who bought it with the black edge. Well, that depends.
Right.
Like, we don't know what's going to be in higher demand 20 years from now. Like, this Skeletor has, like, the soft, I'm going to make it bigger here.
Do it. Take up the screen.
It has like the soft edge to the green around his face, and there's an alternate version of this with a hard line. Like the green is painted on with a hard line as opposed to faded green. And you know how when you have a variant like that, how are we going? We can't predict what will be a higher demand item in the future. Are the wonky Tila knees or wonky sorceress or evil Lynn knees going to be a higher demand item when after time passes, or is it going to be the better knees? I mean, only time will tell, Pop Actor. So
I've got 2 sets of wonky Tila knees in my part bin. Just hoping, I'm speculating, like in 5 years, those will be worth thousands of dollars. Right?
5 years for sure.
For sure.
1,200 each, easy.
There you go.
Yeah. By the time Motu Retro Classics rolls around.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, right? No shit. Motu Retro Classics. That's great.
Yeah. What would be retro? What that's we're gonna get meta here. What's retro in the future for us?
It'd be vintage. I think more the definition you're looking for is vintage. Vintage is defined as like 25 years and older.
No, it's actually $100, 100 years, I believe. But
Is vintage
no, 100 years. I think so. But they still say that toys from like the 80s is vintage, no matter what.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because the definition of retro is to be styled like something that is vintage. So something that is retro is not actually that old. It's styled to look that old.
Right.
I like what Mr. Home Arcade is saying there.
This one?
Yeah, use the vintage tower with the Origins Talon Fighter. Because the Talon Fighter is pretty gorgeous, especially with the glass that or the plastic that they added as glass.
Right.
And it's cool.
I gotta say, the only complaint that I can see, really, aside from like again a black line painted across it, has just been the size. Everything else, it just seems so much better than the actual vintage Talon Fighter. Yeah. You know, it's definitely got the space for 2 figures, tight, but it's got the space.
Yeah.
You've got the swappable radar dish. You can give it the extra heavy guns on there, or the fact that you can pull the stand off and put the radar dish on top of the tower, or when you take the tower off, you can put the turret right there on the base so that it still has kind of a function other than looking like a random blockade of green blocks. So
that sounds like an awesome idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I really think it's awesome what they did with the new Talon Fighter, but that small size just kind of blows my mind. Like, how do you mess that up?
Well, it's funny because they're working harder to get the big problem with the vintage Snake Mountain was the size of the stairs on the outside. They've made an effort to make that more realistic, or a place where you can pose your figures, but still the Point and Dread stairs are smaller than the vintage. The whole height of it is smaller, and so Mattel has, you know, and we're going to talk about, like, you know, Comic-Con and all the reveals and stuff, and what works, what is working, what may not be working so well, and stuff like that. But Alf Inflict, great to see you.
Yep. Joining the show a little late, but you're here. That's all that matters, brother.
That's all that matters. Well, tonight's a big show, guys.
Yeah.
And
tonight's huge.
You don't even know how many people responded. We got a lot of responses, and
It's
I
awesome.
want to say to Alf Inflict and to Broman. Remember Broman?
Of course. I still look at his stuff. Mr. Fontenot on IG.
So both of those guys sent me stuff, earlier on, but then they sent me stuff today. I apologize if I wasn't able to show everything today. I just didn't have any time at work and stuff. But I did set the deadline for last night, and we got people came through. Man,
Good.
we got a lot of submissions.
Excellent.
And I'm really excited to. I got the slides together. I hope I didn't make any mistakes because I'm like, throwing all the images into the slides. But I think I did it good.
You always
Should
do an
we-
amazing job.
Should we really quick comment on the new reveals before we start the slides? Or
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah.
I'm down for that if you guys want to do it.
Okay.
'cause I see some chatter in the chat about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's
let me
that time of the year.
Let me
There it
get
is.
to that. Let me get to those reveals. They're at the end of my slideshow, so let me just scooch
Just
ahead.
go backwards, yeah.
I'm going backwards. We're gonna
So-
go back.
For those of you who have been around from the start, oh, you know what? Real quick, while Skelly's getting to that, Bud brings up the fact that he did send me an
Sorry.
intro. Let me run through it. It's a one, I swear, Bobby. And welcome back, Frenzy Knots, to another exciting episode of Toy Frenzy, the hot Motu and toy show for all you Skele Vaderites, Ozholes, Bobby's Blushers, Scavarniacs, and Battle Rammers. Today, we are joined, of course, by our wonderful cast of hosts. Skele Vader! Skele Vader! Skele Vader! Skele Vader!
There's 4 of them.
All 4 of us.
Sorry, I didn't
There
have
he is.
that.
Oh,
Right. I
man.
didn't have that ready in time.
You did some awesome toy photography with that this week, by the way, Bob.
Thank you.
Ostradamus Toys, literally it just says enough said. Out of the frying pan and into retirement, it's everyone's favorite host of the vintage. It's beautiful, blushing Bobby. Shawn of the basement. Why aren't you wearing any pants? Shawn, it's Shawn Scavarna. Give us that truffle shuffle. Is that good enough, bud?
Shawn is not here tonight. He messaged us and said he wouldn't be able to make it, and that's okay, Shawn. We totally understand. But you are missed.
You always miss.
Yeah.
Patrolling these mean Eternian streets with sick Motu facts. He's the sheriff in these parts. It's the Battle Ram Blogs Adam. Ooh, there's the Battle Ram too. It's such a gorgeous vehicle.
Pew, pew, pew.
Looking for toys or have one that's broken? Search for Mike. He'll fix them, but there might be a fee.
That's good.
It's Mike Fee. He is our Patreon of the week shout out. And
love you,
if
Mike.
you go ahead, Skelly. Sorry.
I said we love you, Mike.
Absolutely, brother. And if you like these intros and shout outs, head on over to Patreon and look up any of our panel for access to many perks. It's one of the best communities out there. By signing up, you get access to the Patreon IG group chat, random acts of kindness where we in the community give back to the patrons, Discord server, and a Toy Frenzy sticker. By signing up for Skelevator's Patreon, you get early access to his amazing podcast, Cambridge and with Shawn, and a mini canvas painting of your favorite character figure or one of Skelly's choosing. If you follow the group hashtags, you can see all these wonderful paintings on IG. Tonight, we dive into the creativity and ambitions of our viewers. As you know, we have many wonderful and talented customizers out there in the Frenzyverse, creating custom figures, dioramas, photos that tell an amazing and mostly not X-rated story. Thanos. Just kidding. You keep doing you, buddy. Let us take a deep dive into how they create all these wonderful works of art. On to you, boys.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Bud. We always appreciate your intros. Eric
Sure.
Perryman says, thought the 20th was tomorrow. Just joined a few minutes ago myself. Great to see you here, Eric.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Eric Perryman, the man. he was the one. He is the top donator of the Get Oz to PowerCon.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome.
Eric. That's awesome.
Yes.
Seriously, cannot thank you enough, brother. Really means a lot.
Thanos, I got another shout out. That's right, man.
You always get shout outs, Thanos.
So Alf says, with Point Dread, Talent Fighter, I have both Vintage and Origins, and both vehicles mount perfectly on each other's perches. So that fits with what Mr. Home Arcade was saying, that if you have both, you can just create sort of an ideal scene with the Vintage Point Dread.
There you go. Do an amalgam of them.
I wonder how, I haven't seen anybody do a video of this yet, but I wonder how the Vintage one fits on the Origins or vice versa.
I think Hebro did that with while he had, because Mike sent him his.
Okay.
That was how they got the dimensions and stuff. So I think he messed around with them a little bit. I'd have to check it out. So
yeah, I'll check it out too. I haven't seen that episode yet, but I like these videos.
Hebro's got a great community over there. He's doing a lot of really awesome stuff for the play sets to add on.
I've learned a lot from Hebro over the years. This stuff is great. All right, so I've got my incredibly what
does that say?
Stylistically impressive and outrageous font.
It's like the smallest font size you can fit on that piece of paper or whatever you call it. It's like an eye test. SDCCR.
There you go, guys. He's giving us the old man test. If you can read this, you're too young to watch this show.
If I were to make it big and flamboyant, that would be too predictable. This is
that's the truth. I was gonna say,
at least you can see the damn thing.
Or say, do I need to jump back into Canva, Skelly? And
I know there are other fonts.
I've gotten pretty good at Canva, I have to admit, but this is I still got a lot of work to do with figuring out how to make my slides more interesting.
You should have used the famous Monsters of Filmland font or something.
I should have. I can't figure that. I honestly, apologies to everyone, but Grandpa cannot, for the life of him, figure out how to make Google Slides be exciting. But I will say, thank you, Honor U83. I will say though, you will not see this elsewhere. You will not. This is an affront to all the people who are really good at this stuff.
It's awesome. It's punk rock, man. You're just punk rock. I'm just putting it up there. Who gives a shit?
Anti-flamboyance is what it is.
Right, you're rebelling against the bright and colorful with your.
It's minimalism. Minimalism.
Yes, there we go. Minimalism.
I say that with my pinky up. Minimalism. All right. So
I was gonna make a joke about Dawn says that in the bedroom, but it's minimalism. She says every time she points at me.
Let's just keep it black and white, right?
That's right. Just like this page that we're looking at. All right. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody that contributed photos to this, because I basically, as these reveals have been coming in, I've just been grabbing photos from people who sent them over to me or added them into the Patreon chat. But we've got, I even had, I think it was Alf Inflict sent me a few from Collecting Classics. I got some from sorry, I'm blanking.
Take your Alzheimer's walk for a minute.
I know, I gotta just a bunch of Danny Phillips sent a few pictures over. I can't remember, but everyone,
we stole them off the internet from everybody.
Yeah, they're just they're for everybody now at this point. But for all the people that did send them into the chat, thank you so much for being on top of it, because at work I just can't stay on top of it. So it's really helpful. But let's go back to this page. Or this image. This is the first image that I saw. And Sorceress Tila looks pretty cool. We don't know what these three are yet.
We do now. They did get announced this evening.
I have them in the images later on, but
Got it.
Battle Armor He-Man, which looks like a new Eternia version. I'm supposing.
I think it's Revelation, isn't it? Or Revolution?
Is it? Oh, maybe.
I think that's what all these are here.
This entire case is Revolution.
All right.
Yeah.
So even the later ones that they show, it's all part of Revolutions.
Because we already had a new Eternia Battle Armor He-Man.
Right.
Right. Yeah. This one's to go with Revolution now.
Got it. All right. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. But this case, immediately I got real, Super Mario Lego looks cool. That's right. Good to see you speaking moistly.
Yeah, I was wondering why that was in the image at first.
I know, right?
Didn't dawn on you. It was going through the back of.
Oh yeah. I didn't. I was like,
the
why
same
is
way.
that? What the hell is that?
I was like, is that new packaging? What is that even? Oh gosh,
Is that the new Lego Beast
So
Man?
funny. What stood out to me, I mean, I'll say what stood out to me, but you tell me what stood out to you guys. But I had just, like, the week previous or 2 weeks ago, talked to the Legends of Grayskull guys, and we were talking about Snout Spout, and how Snout Spout needs to be huge.
Yep.
And did we talk about that on this show too? Maybe.
I think we did discuss
I
a little
think
bit.
when we were discussing the last round of reveals and we were talking about the Masterverse stuff, we did say we wanted Snout Spout needed to be bigger than the rest of them.
So that's this, honestly, from this display, he's probably my favorite at this point.
Same here. I don't like any other ones. The only one I like is Snout Spout.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about pretty much all of them. Mechaneck's pretty great with the articulated neck, but I have mixed feelings about the rest of them. But
yeah,
Snout Spout looks amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I do like. Oh, sorry, guys.
No, by the way, go ahead, Adam. I'll end it.
I was just gonna say I do like the new Triclops costume they made. I feel like the mini comic version of Triclops, he looks better with that darker green as opposed to what they did with the Origins version. And I was saying before the chat, Man at Arms, his face, both faces look a little funky to me, but I do love that concept mace with the chain and the ball on it. So I'll probably just pick it up for that.
Yeah. We have some closer up images later on. They're kind of all out of order because I was so in such a hurry getting these together. But yeah, I have. We'll talk about Triclops in a little bit, but I feel like there's a lot of 2000X going on here with Triclops. There's a lot of classics going on with this Triclops, and I have mixed feelings about that. There's maybe not enough Filmation Triclops in this because New Eternia likes to sort of incorporate parts of all those things, but the alternate, we'll look at a little bit closer, but there's an alternate eyepiece that is sort of like a nod to Filmation a little bit. So
there is. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's down. We'll look at it in a little bit here, but the Evil Lynn, I was really excited about her until I saw sort of the close-up images.
Yeah, her face ain't that great. Yeah.
The chin's all funky.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity. Meg Foster's face is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't get the rights.
I don't think they got her eyes or her nose. Yeah, it might be just like that Dolph Lundgren figure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for all of the movie looks, they have no likeness rights whatsoever.
Yeah.
So the costumes can look similar.
Yeah.
The faces are never going to be accurate representations of the actors and actresses in the film.
Really too bad, especially since she's doing a voice on Revolution. I thought,
right.
Be willing to give her rights to this. And this image, along with a few others, one of the names I was not in my stupor was not able to mention is For Eternia. So some of these images come from For Eternia on Instagram. Yeah. But yeah, this was like, and plus the armor and the costume, there's some elements that feel unfinished here.
Yeah, it's probably a prototype. I'm
yeah.
sure they'll fix that.
Yeah, hoping they
Well,
do.
let's kind of think back to how when they first revealed the movie version of Skeletor and the movie version of He-Man. Now, mind you, nothing fixed the face on that He-Man except for Ramen Toy.
Yeah.
But I will say the final products did look a lot better than what we were originally shown. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I still didn't buy that figure, but
you know, honestly, what it boiled down to for me was if I bought it, I would have been buying it for the accessories. That was it.
yeah, the
I
arm,
wanted the costume, I wanted the knife, the armor, the sword. Like I wanted all the accessories. I didn't care for the overall figure. I mean, the buck doesn't really mean that much, but I would have been putting a different head on that He-Man. The Skeletor was fine.
the Skeletor's friggin' amazing. That
Yeah.
Skeletor is a phenomenal figure.
One of my hands down, one of my favorite Skeletor figures of all time.
So good. And in some ways, and I know some people might be pissed if I say this, but in some ways, the Masterverse movie Skeletor is better than the Super 7 movie Skeletor. I'm not saying the God Skeletor because the gold Skeletor that Super 7 put out is one of the most beautiful
Dark
figures
Dust
ever made. But the Masterverse movie Skeletor is phenomenal. All right, so we got Meg Foster. I'm excited about Night Stalker. This is cool for those who collect Origins.
And I called that base last year, didn't I?
You certainly
Yes.
did, my friend.
Yep.
And look, they even
Now-
got the little slimy.
That's
Ridge.
what I like about it.
Yeah,
They didn't just reuse the same wood pieces. They didn't even reuse the same base. They
Yeah.
definitely made it the complement of the Snake Mountain base.
yeah.
My problem is this case was basically all Mattel Creations exclusives.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't have a problem as long as they have enough to sell to us.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I actually, in my old age, I'd prefer to order it online and make sure I get it.
I totally get that. That's not my issue.
What do you mean that you mean everything that was shown in where that area is all Mattel Creations?
This, like, they had their cases divided up by what was going along with it.
So
Now,
That's what I'm saying. All those figures right there are all
well,
exclusives.
that side. That was what I'd heard. Now, again,
Like the snake
not
guys.
right.
And, yeah.
Like, well, it was, you know what? I should take that back. I heard this was all exclusives, rather.
okay,
Sure,
that
I
makes
said.
sense.
Because the Skeleton Warriors are supposed to be online exclusives.
Right.
You got the 3-pack is Target exclusive. Mossman is Walmart. The Screech and Skeletor is, again, online exclusive. You won't find it in store. This case was supposed to be exclusive.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would be upset if the only reason I say I'd be upset is because of the notoriety, you know, how notoriously hard it's been for us to get some of those exclusives.
There have been problems for sure, but maybe they'll get better. I don't know.
You also got to think too, like Strider. How many did we see Strider sitting on the shelves?
That's
you know what I mean. So now they're just scaling it down to be the exclusives itself. Instead.
Right. That way they don't have,
because I'm sure that stores that have these, you have to make so many to fill the stores.
Yep,
you do
per a contract or something. So
yep.
Now they could just make what they think will sell, and it's it.
Yeah, it's all that MOQ stuff, and they do have to make a minimum order quantity. So that's absolutely 100% how it works, Bobby.
I just pulled that out of my ass. I had no idea, but it sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
Genius in your own pants, sir.
That's right. I know I'm pretty genius in my pants.
But that's exactly it. They don't want to overload us. Like, I've got my second Stridor for $8.99.
Yeah.
So they don't want, it's a $32.99 toy, and I got it for $8.99. They don't want to do that again.
Exactly.
I mean, I think finding this stuff online is easier in so many ways.
Of course.
I'm more terrified of the online the physical store exclusives, like the Sunman 3-pack, the Rulers of the Sun 3-pack at Target. I fear for that because we saw the other 3-pack just sitting there. But the one that scares me the most is Mossman. Honestly, folks, like I want a Mossman. I want my friends to get a Mossman.
Right.
And I know, I watched, the 2 reviews I was able to find, Mr. Home Arcade and the Man-Child, and, talking about how amazing the smell is. And that's such a relief, because Stinkor was such a huge disappointment in that regard.
Yeah.
Stinkor smelled more like a Band-Aid or something.
Stinkor just smelled like stronger smelling plastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
He smelled like fail. That's what he smelled.
like failure. And that's a big problem with a character like that, because so much of my nostalgic love for Stinkor is based on that patchouli smell.
Yep.
And Mossman, what a relief that we're finding out that he's actually going to smell like strong pine. And getting a close look at that flocking, the way they have it, they just hit the ball out of the park with the flocking.
I'm so impressed with that more than anything else on the figure, because we all know how flocking just rubs off pretty easily. And
it's going to rub off. I mean, people are not going to play with this because the flocking goes right up into the joints.
Does it? I was just about to ask. I didn't know if it went all the way up to it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't leave gaps.
Okay.
Which is kind of what we expected, especially after they decided to not flock the second head. It was just they're not going to flock those joints, and they're fully articulated now. That's going to be kind of dumb looking, but no, they did not disappoint. They flocked the whole thing.
I was fearful that they would do the classics thing, and they did.
Yeah, this is better.
It's totally a fully flocked figure.
We're going to come back.
Expensive too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, a lot more expensive, which is,
I can't fathom what they were thinking when they were like, guess what? Let's go ahead and sell this figure at $40. So he's more than even a deluxe Mattel Creations. He's the same price as Panther.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, box and everything, you're not getting that much out of there. But
I don't get. Yeah, is flocking just suddenly super expensive now? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, flocking what we don't know is that flocking comes from a very rare plant that can only be found on a very small island in the Pacific. It's called Mattel Island.
Yeah.
And they have to use these special gold scissors to get it off the plant.
That's where they get that tea there too, right? That one special tea that you get.
That's right.
It's all about the soil.
That's right.
All about the soil
and how they soil themselves. But
we soil ourselves, really.
Right.
So, by the way, these pictures, these group pictures, I have more close-up shots for all these things. So we'll get to that. Except for the Snake Man 3-pack, this is the only image there I have. I think it's the only image where I have the Snake Man 3-pack.
Nah, I pull it up. They got some closer image ones because. Well, go ahead, keep talking. I'll pull them up in the meantime.
So this is where I first saw the Filmation figures revealed in this shot, and initially I was really excited about them. Bobby and Adam and I were talking in the green room before we started a little bit about a few nitpicky things that I agree with, but overall I'm excited about these Filmation style figures. The Snake Man 3-pack, honestly, I could care less. That sounds cruel, but
it's so generic. It's awful.
I'd rather have Terror than these, honestly.
So they're almost like knockoffs, kind of like where you go to the Walgreens when you're a kid and you found something that was kind of like He-Man, but it wasn't. I don't know. It just seems cheap to me.
Well, it's fun.
I kind of like them, but the only thing I don't like is the abrupt color change on the joints, like the upper arm and the forearm. That's weird to me.
So it's funny. I feel kind of a little bit on the reverse of this.
Yeah.
I don't care for the Filmation ones. I actually do like
What? No, I'm
the
just kidding.
4-pack, but I agree with Adam. The pink arms and like the generic like muted green of like the torso doesn't match the upper arm or the legs, and then the forearm's a different color, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's like no pattern or anything to it. It doesn't make sense for those two generic snake soldiers. Mind you, I don't mind. I like that there's an army builder element to it. You know, you buy this pack, you're getting a unique Snake Man, kind of, and then you're getting these two generics. I'm okay with the two generics other than their coloration. Yeah. I think that's kind of like, and to be honest, I appreciate that we're going to get this alternate colored snake armor He-Man, but I really just wish they would have fleshed it out with another Snake Man, like maybe another alternate tongue lasher kind of Snake Man. Then, you know, I think they're overusing the Ratlore head. Ratlore to me was like unique in and of himself.
Yeah.
And now you've got the Horde Trooper Snake Men that use his head. You've got these two generic guys that use this head. I appreciate that we're getting some more reuse of the Camo Khan head. I think that's pretty cool. You're getting more reuse of Ratlore's body with that character as well. And I mean, we're also getting some reuse of Cobra Khan's body, which is nice. But I mean, I wish we could have had like another unique styled Snake Man. And I absolutely agree with you guys. How cool would it have been if, you know, we got Terror and, you know, Squeeze, or not Squeeze, but Lord Grasp with this. Especially.
See, but Masters of the Universe, every character has its unique look. Now you got a couple Snake Men that kind of look like Rattler, and that kind of is so lame. It's so lame.
It cheapens
like
Ratlore.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I agree with you.
Every character has uniqueness to it. That'd be like an army of snout spouts, but they all have different helmet colors. That'd be it's stupid. It'd be dumb.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I feel like they're gonna charge us more for this 4-pack than they would if they just had a box full of body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Which I keep saying, Mattel, do that for us. The customizing options for these figures are limitless, because these figures are going to come as four individual characters. They're going to charge us more money because the packaging's got to be bigger. They're developing new characters or characters that exist in some capacity, and if they were to just put the body parts into a box where you have Snake Man body parts, you know, villain and hero body parts, and we can make our own, because that's basically what these are. They look like figures that I would just
mash up
at home. So that I just feel like it's a waste of display space in a retail box.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree 100% with that.
The middle one, the blue guy, like whatever his name is, he's rad. I mean, he's a beautiful figure.
I agree with that. I definitely. It's you got the blue, you got the purple, you got the bright green snake emblem. Man, it's pushing all my buttons.
That Skeletor is a snake.
That's right. Absolutely love it. All right. So we're gonna get to these close-up pictures. Now, I want to go back to this message from Elf Inflict. They did say the Tila's face is not final. I believe those were hand-painted prototypes for now. So
that's what we were thinking, yeah.
That's what Bobby and I were kind of hoping when we were talking earlier, like, because there is people have been comparing these a little bit to the Super 7 Filmation style figures, but if we look closely, they're only glossy in some areas. So I feel like that's where there's some paint elements that may have been done. I do feel, and I hope that this is the case, that they're going to be matte colors. They're not going to be glossy like the Super 7 one were, because that was the biggest complaint that I had with the Super 7 ones.
They look cheap.
They do. These are going to look cheap because they're filmations, so they're simpler designs. I do think that Trapjaw, if he ends up not being glossy, is going to be a big. He's going to be an amazing looking character, amazing looking figure. I already like the way this guy looks in comparison.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm biased though. I like Trapjaw no matter what.
Yeah. I do like. So I love the face on this. He's going to look really good standing next to my, Club Grayskull Filmation Trapjaw.
Yep.
That Bobby has behind him.
What's he holding? Is that crystal that makes him strong? And that I forget the episode.
I think
they
each come with an accessory from an episode, which is cool.
Eternium or whatever it was.
Yeah. Now, He-Man's face is a huge improvement from the 4-pack. Huge improvement.
Skeletor's is very funky to me.
Well, you and I are going to
enough detail painted.
Well, I think that's good for Filmation, honestly, folks. But what I like about this Skeletor that even the Club Grayskull Filmation one doesn't accomplish is that overbite that he has in the cartoon. The Filmation one.
Yeah, but he does that because his mouth is open though.
Yeah. I mean, I love that Filmation.
I love it too. Yeah.
But I love that we're seeing that overbite, that like really over the top overbite that he has in the cartoon here in this face sculpt. The glossiness, I hope it's not there. I'm going to say that again.
Yeah, I hope not too, because I saw that myself. It looks very hard plastic to me.
Yeah.
He-Man doesn't look glossy, so.
No.
That's true.
Maybe he's further along. That might be more of a final figure.
And Skeletor's body is matte. All the other parts are matte except for that face. So
He-Man does look a lot better than the 4-pack.
Yeah. And I like this Man-at-Arms. I'm just going to say it. I kind of like this Man-at-Arms better than the new Eternium Man-at-Arms.
Yeah, same.
Oz is being real quiet over there.
He's probably looking something up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find those other close-up pictures.
Well, the Tila, I have mixed feelings about Tila, but this is probably a prototype, so we're hoping that her face.
I'm sure they'll fix her eyebrows if they just painted it like that for the show. Her eyes will probably be better looking too.
She needs to go get her eyebrows done.
Yeah, but I think the face sculpt is not bad, and if we don't look closely at the paint job there, the face sculpt is pretty darn good.
Looks like they're going to do another Filmation reveal maybe tomorrow. Is that what the other? Yeah,
I'm thinking Beastman.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
This is where Beastman's going to be here on this. I think he's going to be right up there next to He-Man. All right, so there's those. This is the packaging. I like it, but I just don't. It's too bad they couldn't get Filmation the right to use the word Filmation.
So it's cartoon. Yeah.
Cartoon, which is funny, but I don't mind.
Well, the funny part is you'll go around rocking your Filmation shirt, and Mattel couldn't.
I know, and my Filmation shirt. I shouldn't say anything, but I'm not going to say where I ordered it from. But I'm fairly.
You already did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, a while back you did.
Yeah,
it's funny though.
I got it from TeePublic. I'm just going to say it. I don't know I can't remember who the artist is that sold it to me, or the person on TeePublic that sold it to me, but I'm pretty sure they don't have the right to use the word Filmation. But Mattel's a big company, and TeePublic, showcases artists who are just making cool shit.
Yeah. Yep.
So I get it, but still, come on. All right, so we got these are the reveals from today. The Revolution Techno Skeletor, the Revolution Gwildor and Orko. And the Orko is pretty cool.
Orko the White.
Yeah.
He died. He died in the last series, and they brought him back. So just like in Wizard fashion, now he's got to be the White.
It's
dumb. I mean,
hey, it worked for Gandalf.
My favorite
is...
but
that's different. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I understand. And, for a traditionalist, we want to see Orko, I don't know. I mean,
they couldn't come up with a different concept. I mean, it was already done.
Yeah.
The wizard dies and he turns into a different color. I mean, come on, it's bullshit.
Well, there's costume changes in heaven, by the way.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's true.
Got his white robes,
Yeah, white robes. Now, I want to say this Gwildor's awesome. I really like this sort of, it's obviously he's the animation style of Revolution.
What's with the donkey ears, though? It's kind of weird.
They're articulated, I think, is what they're trying to demonstrate.
Oh, okay. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're getting a new Gwildor figure.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him in Revolution, to be honest with you.
Where's his bucket of chicken? He needs the bucket of chicken.
I know.
Hey, we have been campaigning for Gwildor and Cal 2-pack for ages, and I'm mad we don't have it yet.
Well, keep saying it out loud because somebody's going to hear it. And I hope that Mega J, if you're watching, I hope that they cast you to do Gwildor's voice.
Yeah.
This is good. Aaron Payne's toy samples. Oh, you
just saw it.
Son of a
cow. That's what we need, man. We need.
Oh.
I'm not impressed by this at all. To be honest.
No.
His hood's got its emo phase going through it.
What was that, Adam?
I was saying he looks like just really generic. Like there's not anything special about him.
And then what Oz said too, he's got a little bit of emo thing going on. Like he's generic, and he's also like self-consciously stylish. It's weird. It's not doing it for me.
No.
I was really hoping that they would, because it was clear he's going to get technoed up. I was really hoping they'd do like a laser light Skeletor or New Adventures or something like that.
Yes.
That's really where I was hoping they were going for with that direction. We already had a template to do a techno Skeletor.
Yes, thank you.
And they were just like, nah.
Adam, tell us just how many super fantastic techno Skeletors they could have referenced from just the New Adventures line.
Dude, there's 3 of them. There's the 89 Skeletor, there's Discs of Doom Skeletor, Battle Blade Skeletor, all of them festooned with skulls and funky wires coming in and out. And
they even got one with hair.
Yeah, one with like a
funky hair.
Funky hair. I maybe skip the hair.
I mean, come on. The opportunity when I saw at the end of Revelation when the electricity is going inside of him and you see him becoming technified or whatever you want to call it, I thought for sure this is going to go in that direction. I'm sad. It's a missed opportunity.
Like, where's my Geiger Skeletor? H.R. Geiger style Skeletor. That's what I want.
We have them already. You just got to find the New Adventure Skeletors in eBay.
Sure.
And another thing that I'm not really that impressed by is this one. I'm just not.
He falls so flat.
Yeah.
I hate to rag on it so much, but
I mean,
we got to say what it is though, because if we don't, then Mattel's going to just put out more crap at the same time.
that's true.
If everybody sits there and says, "Oh, this is such a great figure. Oh, this is awesome. I can't wait to get more," and they're going to say, "Okay, we'll give you bullshit if you want bullshit."
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so that's two Masterverse Battle Armor He-Man characters that I'm not impressed by, and I freaking loved the vintage He-Man Battle Armor figure.
Yeah, it's awesome. And they
The
could
new
do something great
Eternia
with it.
The new Eternia Battle Armor He-Man, I was more all about that. I liked the bearded look, the way the hair was. He looked kind of very mature, feral, battle hardened. Look, this looks like he just turned 16.
Yep.
And maybe it's also partly due to the fact that he's got a very flat armor, and then the plate is gloss. Like it's got the shine of metal.
I don't get it.
Maybe if that was all throughout the armor, I might be a little more sold on this.
That would help.
Right.
And then the brown too. Like I feel like Battle Armor he needs to be a little more colorful, like have more of a reddish tint on his cloth elements. And, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they're basing it off the cartoon, so
Yeah.
it must look like the cartoon.
I'm sure it does. But.
And I'm going to just differ with Oz a little bit on the new Eternia Battle Armor He-Man. I saw him up close, and I was like, I just can't get on board. I'm not impressed by that head sculpt.
I did like how he looked, but then they changed the sculpt of the head when the final product came out. The original figure, when they showed it, looked great, and then they changed the face. And that's when I nope, I'm not buying it now, because it really looked good prior to him actually being put out. So
I still wanted them to have 2 shoulder pauldrons on that version, like a secondary one, so you could choose whether to have both or just one.
Yeah, I see that.
Now this I dig.
Yeah, Sorceress Teela looks pretty great.
To me, this is a win out of this case.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I mean, it's not fancy, but
whoever sculpts the female faces on Masterverse, they do a really good job.
Yes, I agree. I think there are more successful female faces with the Revelation figures than there were with the Revelation female figures than with the Revelation male figures.
Yeah. I will agree with that. Definitely.
Man at Arms looks pretty good, but the female figures look good. Their faces are very expressive.
Well, even the Teela that nobody liked, the one with the flop haircut, it was still a good head sculpt for the figure. I can understand just people didn't care for her, but overall, I thought that was a really good version of it. Like I liked it as a toy. I thought it was great, and I'm still a fan of hers within the show too. That didn't bother me, but I've really think that they've won out on just about every female Revelations figure. I will say that again, up until we see a final version of that movie version of Meg Foster's Evelyn, so far that's like the first female head sculpt they've done that I have not been like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even when it came to Darklyn, I still thought overall the figure was pretty good looking.
Oh, the Darklyn's great. I mean, her face sculpt is great.
Yeah, she just got huge feet,
and that's all right. She's a god.
She's got godly feet.
Shawn, good to see you.
Those stompers.
Yeah, step on you, man. Now, here we get a good close look at Snotspout, which
this looks awesome.
He looks amazing. So I'm equally as impressed with this guy as I was when they showed a slush head. And that's saying something, because this guy looks great. I mean,
I'll admit, far away, I didn't care for it. I thought he looked pretty generic compared to how detailed and how the detail that we've been getting with these. However, The close-up picture won me over a lot more because you could see a lot more of what's going on here.
Yes, indeed.
I don't understand the belt buckle. Why does he have a timer on his belt buckle? Is it like the countdown to party time and his snout?
Maybe it's a switch. So when
I think
it's a
like
switch
water pressure meter. Yeah.
Okay.
He's measuring the heat.
Oh, that's what it is. The heatness.
Yeah, it is hot in here. I gotta get the water going here.
It's hot,
But
lady.
it's right on his belt buckle. So.
It's for his internal cold shower when he gets a
About
little
the-
heated.
Right. They're gonna change his name to Cold Shower.
Just about the spout here with
Hey,
all
does
these
he-
beautiful female head sculpts.
Did they change up his elbow articulation? He looks like a double jointed. I mean, single joint rather than
Yes,
double joint.
it's different. Thank you for spotting that because I was going to mention that too. They did something different with the elbows here.
I like it.
I kind of also noticed it on the Battle Armor He-Man.
I didn't notice
You
that.
don't really see it from the side or the back, but if you look at it from the front, that does not look like a double elbow joint. I mean, well, no, because the other arm that's raised, you see it a little bit more.
Yeah,
The
that's
other
right.
shot that I saw, I didn't see it as much, but now I see that little crease right there. So
Yeah.
okay,
Well, he's big. This guy's big.
Yeah.
And if you think about Two Bads. He's about the size of Two Bad.
somebody had cut out part of the gap between him and Triclops because they're standing on an even plane.
Yeah.
And put them a little bit closer together, and he stands like a good half-inch over Triclops.
Yeah. He's got this skele god buck. He has the skele god abs and the skele god chest. So he's going to be a nice big guy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, he's great.
But I've always been a
He's
fan of
straight stripper. It goes with the whole fireman thing.
Totally is.
You take off his head and it's Magic Mike. You know.
Yeah. Nolan, just so you know, he's always been that man. That is Spout's other role.
You take off his mask, it's like Master Blaster.
Totally. Mechanix, all right. You know, I like that he has articulated neck. That's impressive.
That is cool. That's probably the coolest like feature I've seen on a Masterverse figure yet.
But his mouth and nose just looks weird. When you saw close up of him, it looked kind of weird.
It's I don't know. Feels like his helmet's just kind of
it just like sits on there. Yeah,
sits on there. It's not dynamic enough.
Yeah, the face sculpt is okay. It's not fantastic. They've been getting some of the male faces a little. Some of the male faces are in Masterverse are just not. Especially now, let me change that. The villains look great. The heroes, there are problems with the male faces in the heroes for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Why can't you make a hero look tough? Why do they have to be like? Why do they have to look like gentle?
Heroes smile too much.
You look at Triclops' face is good though.
Yeah,
we're gonna look at that too in a moment here. I think I have a picture of him here somewhere. Oh, is that it? All right, so that's it. All right, I don't have
those
a
are
picture.
the clips.
But the Man at Arms, not really.
It's not impressive at all. No.
I thought for sure this is something I'd want to get. This feels like the first shortcoming in the new Eternia line.
I want him more for parts than I want him for the figure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd take these parts and put them with that second Revelations Man at Arm.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I would use that head as opposed to either one of these heads. Although I like the new boot sculpts.
Yeah.
And I like the leather Roman strap kind of going around for the loincloth as opposed to just more fur.
Yeah.
You know, it's giving us a little variance there, something a little different.
Feel like
again,
they should have done like in the original concept, he had like the square belt buckle, and he had the furry shorts were like spilling out over the top of the buckle. That would have been a cool touch.
Absolutely. Since they are trying to combine concept look with, elements from other versions, I feel the same way, Adam. I thought that would have been a good touch here to add more of that concept Lords of Power look with it, which, I mean, we kind of get a little bit of that with the helmet, but it seems like everything else they just kind of cheaped out on when they could have done more. But I like the new boot sculpt. I think that's a nice touch. But really, I want this guy for parts, and that's about it.
That's awful.
It's too bad,
Yeah, it is.
I just want the mace.
Yeah, he should be more, and I do like the mace. The mace is really good.
I mean, they went all out with the Revelation, both the Revelation Man-at-Arms. So, this guy deserves it too. I just hope, like, I'm starting to get a little, with I don't know. I wonder why we're not getting a new Eternia Evelyn, why we're not getting a new Eternia Merman, why and if we're going to get heroes, why don't they push it just a little bit further into the concept art area? Give these characters just a little bit more edge. But because that's what works, that's just what seems to work. That's where they're the most successful in the new Eternia line, is when they give these characters a little bit more edge.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of Rock On, but I kind of love this Origins version. I think this is kind of cool.
It's probably one of my favorite, considering his action overall. He turns into a rock is not like the greatest. Now, mind you, when I was a kid, for some reason I loved this toy and I like to play with it a lot, but he really just turns into a rock. Yeah. However, what I like is that they found, like, I've been trying to figure out from the start of Origins how they were going to do these guys with articulation. It was one of the first things I thought about. If we get far enough down this line, how are we going to do articulation on a rock warrior? Because again, they turn into a rock. They're stiff. There's not a lot. It's not like he transforms into a car where there's some moving parts going around and you can move some things. He's a rock.
Yeah, well, he has. You can see he's got the joints in there.
They've sectioned it.
They sectioned it off, and I think it'll work.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of snap into place. It looks like pretty firmly, and they found out how to make one of the lamest action figures in the series kind of cool.
Well, I don't think I'll get him, but if I run into him in the store, I might. But I don't think I'm going to order this ahead of time or anything like that. But I do like it. It's a good figure.
Yeah,
it's all right.
And I mean,
I feel like if the vintage one is cheap enough, you could just get that. Be satisfied.
Yeah. That's what I always say.
Yeah, with those guys, it's like vintage. You're not missing much.
Yeah,
except the gun.
Exactly. I mean, I'd if I would be more excited finding him as vintage. But this Lady Slither's pretty cool.
I'm loving this. Hands down, my favorite.
Yeah, she's gonna be. She's like the type of thing that really makes me excited about Origins trying new things, expanding the model a little bit. And I think she's doing it. She's doing it right.
Yeah.
Everything
that's going to be exclusive one. You said she's going to be exclusive.
Yes, her and Fangor both were leaked earlier as going to be. They were on that Mattel Creations schedule.
Yeah,
that got put out.
Oh, well, I haven't been paying attention to this shit for a while, so I apologize.
Yeah. That's all right. It was like a month ago or so.
Yeah, I used to be on top of it.
Detail on her tail is great. I love that.
I think it's outstanding, and I can totally see why she would be a Mattel Creations exclusive. There is a lot of new tooling cost in this, and that's fine because she looks great.
I'm excited to see the Medusa customs that from this.
Definitely get some Gorgons out of it.
Yeah, she's definitely, there's a lot. I love Clash of the Titans, so it's hitting that button for me. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
I'm gonna need like 6 or 7 of her because I'm gonna use that snake tail with other figures. Like,
yeah, you could have
those generic snake men.
Yeah, for sure. That's the last picture I have from this. Now that's okay because the reveals are just going to keep coming in, and we're going to next week. We'll talk about them a little bit more.
Yeah,
sure thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to have announcements tomorrow. 11
Yeah,
o'clock PST.
Oh, there was one announcement that I saw. They've got Keith David playing Hordak in the new season.
Hordak coming back.
I'm stoked about that. I love Keith David.
He's awesome.
The voice of Spawn, voice of Goliath.
He was in They Live.
Yep.
The
teaming up with Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've all seen Requiem for a Dream, he was in that too. Dirty bugger.
Yeah, and also if you watch what is it called? Community. He's in Community.
Yep. He's been in so much good stuff. I love him in everything he does.
He's great.
I'm surprised you guys haven't brought up that they haven't put out any new announcements yet of the new Eternia, the new Adventures figures.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't.
That is kind of what I was going to, as we kind of wrapped up about the Masters of the Universe news that has been revealed so far.
Right.
I know we still got another day. San Diego Comic-Con goes on throughout the weekend, so who knows? But compared to last year, I am underwhelmed.
Well,
we all got blown away by the Eternia playset for one.
Yeah,
it was the playset. It was the reveals within the playset.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't say Tongue Lasher was coming,
right?
But he was there.
Well, yeah, it was more exciting because everybody's like speculating on all the figures that they've seen. Yeah,
you were looking for all of these little things
clues
within there and trying to see what was going on. And the sad part is they're showing off stuff this year again that was revealed last year.
Yeah,
they're showing off stuff in these cases that we already knew about a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
that were basically official reveals. They were leaked at first, and then guys like Roy Juarez and Axel Jimenez were like, well, yeah, since it came out, here you go, which kind of leads to this idea that Mattel might be leaking some information out and then kind of dropping it, which makes sense because Bobby, I know you talked to Roy Juarez a couple times, and he's not allowed to say anything at all without checking with Mattel first. So if he's dropping news, chances are he's already been told, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. He mentioned to me that he's not allowed to say anything. You can't have any interviews or anything like that. So
right. So overall, they have pretty much not showed us anything new.
No,
with the exception of Rock On,
Snout Spout.
Yeah, all the new Eternia stuff. Yeah.
Snout Spout, I thought was mentioned earlier this year, but it wasn't like officially revealed. So I will say Masterverse has probably been the most impressive. But again, like the Filmation versions, I gotta say, guys, I'm a little tired of getting He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor. Like, I know that's their bread and butter.
I can never tire. A new Skeletor will always get me excited, or a new Trap Jaw will always get me excited.
Yeah, I'll always get a Trap Jaw no matter what.
And a Beast Man. Like those, I mean, if they do if there's a villain one of those core villains that comes out and it's a new version, it has to be really crappy for me to not get excited about it. And here's an example. Masterverse, Revelation, Merman, both versions. I don't care. I think it was a that character was a missed opportunity.
They could have done so much more.
It's too bad because Kevin Conroy did the voice and he's great, but what a missed opportunity for such a great character. And we still don't have a new Eternia Merman. We don't have them. I know that the Filmation Merman in Origins is going to be good. He's going to be better than the Revelation Merman, that's for sure. That's just, I know maybe I'm being controversial in saying that, but I just think I'm with you, Oz, in that there's a lot of underwhelming news, but I am excited about that snout spout. And I am excited about the Filmation Trapjaw and Filmation Skeletor.
I was hoping we would have gotten maybe some more news out of Revelations, or rather out of Origins. More news out of Origins. It definitely seems they're going all in on Masterverse more than Origins.
I think that people are responding to Masterverse in a more positive way since they've come out with a few really good ones like Clawful and Faker and Manny Faces.
You know why people are responding so positively to Masterverse? Because they can fucking find it in the store.
Yeah,
true.
I'm just going to say, marketing genius or not, when you can go into a store and find the product you're looking for, it's really easy to get excited about it.
Yeah.
You're not excited about Naked Stratos?
Are you kidding me? I got like 30 of them, and they keep showing up.
Just don't pour water on them at night.
Figure.
aside from the Keith David Revolution announcement, did we get anything else from that panel?
I didn't back a Skeletor.
Oh, I think I saw Andra is the new Man-at-Arms, which I think we knew anyway.
Right? Yeah, we knew that from the end of Revelations.
Right.
They had to change a lot with that panel. There was a lot more that they were going to do. There were a lot more of the actors and actresses involved.
Yeah, they're all on strike. Yeah.
Right, but because of the strike, they were not able to show up. Now, fortunately, if you guys want to watch a lot of the clip, there are several, I don't know if I should put it out there, their names on a live stream right now, but there were several IG accounts that were recording, and you can go ahead and check out a lot of the panel on their IG channels. And if you guys follow the same stuff I do, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Definitely go check them out. Yes.
Watch them for when they pop up live.
Yeah. Bud is right. Yes, you're right. They did confirm that Shatner is playing Zodak. I didn't get to watch any of that because I was commuting home, but
I got mad and I had to leave. Like, I was watching it and it was great. Kevin Smith was making fun of himself because they showed a clip of Revolution, which was really cool, by the way. And then afterwards he said, and then 10 seconds after this clip, everybody dies and I replaced them all with Tila. Like, he was really like joking about it.
For him.
Trying to take that and turn it so, that was great. But then like people started like just really dogging on him and everything like that, saying he sold out because he was there and like none of the other ones could be there, but that's because he's not part of this Screen Actors Guild or whatever it is. Like, he's around that somehow. I'm not sure.
Well, he's probably part of it but he's primarily a director. So, and he probably felt that he had
freaking management. No.
Yeah. I don't know I know why people dislike Kevin Smith and what they claim that he ruined, what Revelation could have been, I guess. But you got to admire a guy who can make fun of himself.
Yeah.
And that to me, that out trumps any issue. We all make mistakes creatively.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
if I
Not
were,
everything you do is a masterpiece.
Right. And it, like I say, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
if the four of us were to write a new Masters of the Universe series, we might love it because we're attached to it. But you know, not most fans might like it, but there will always be a faction of people who will be like, that is not my Masters of the Universe. And honestly, for you fans out there that have strong feelings about this stuff, I feel you in my heart because I know exactly why. Because this is something that is close to us. We grew up with it. We have an idea of what it is and what it means to us. And what's really fantastic about that is that's individually, we've created that individually for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about Masters of the Universe, even more so than like Star Wars or DC Comics or Marvel. Masters has this sort of open-ended quality to it, where we can put ourselves in there, which is, you know, I mean, I could find a way to argue that's the same thing with those other IPs, but Masters is special. It encourages a creative approach or creative thinking.
It goes back to like what Bobby was saying. You know, the characters themselves have like such individual looks.
Yeah.
So again, it's easy to put yourself into it because you see yourself as an individual. You don't see yourself necessarily as one of the herd. And especially with like the way the new CGI show was just like the power is shared. It's not just one person. Yeah. That even helps, you know, that helps you even more get into that world.
Yeah.
You know, it really does help because there's a way to relate to everybody in there. And especially with stuff like Rulers of the Sun being introduced, because now you got characters from all over that are just like, you know, now they're a part of this thing.
Eric, yes, Skele, but would lie about it because that's what Kevin did. Well, you know, we can interpret it as a lie, but he could have just been really excited about what he was saying, about what he wanted to sell to us. And, you know, we've all done that in different ways, over-exaggerated a thing that we were excited about. So we can call it a lie if we want. Bending the truth is always a lie. Fibbing is always lying, right? But
how,
you know,
how old is Revelation now? It's what, 2019 now, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit anymore?
Yeah, it's done, done, and also he wanted to make us happy. A person who's entering this community and wanting to make something that meets our expectations is gonna want to make us happy. The problem is he just said too much. That's really what the problem is.
But he always bullshits and talks all the time. So
yeah, he does. It's
and just his personality.
It's his personality, and we all have flawed personalities. So, I mean, I agree with you, Eric. It's true. We gotta watch what we say. That's for sure. Everyone needs to watch what they say.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, the transition, I was hoping it would be that like we are you know, creatively driven as Masters of the Universe fans. So let's get into part 2.
Hey, look at that! You can read that thing.
It's bigger font this time.
Skele found the enlarge.
I did the plus on the font size.
Instead of a 7, he went with a 15.
You
know, the longer you play with it, the bigger it'll get.
That's disgusting. All right. So, I don't remember the order, but I did sort of do them as I got or incorporate the people who sent entries in. I started it out as in order of submission. So, but then that changed as I got more submissions yesterday. So, the first entry.
ELDOR.
Gotta
right? That's
pull
it.
one hand over the eye, squint real hard.
And Eric, I do agree with you. There were some great things in Revelation. I do. There are. It's hit and miss, right?
It is.
I gotta get my magnifier. Hold on.
It's hit and miss for everything throughout Masters.
Absolutely. I mean, goodness knows, Filmation has its faults. but what we focus on is what we like about it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the terrifying children voices in Filmation.
You keep bringing that up.
I'm telling you, I have
Poor
nightmares.
Erica Scheimer.
Yeah, right.
What's going on?
It's great stuff. Come on.
All right, Eldor, Masterversal Toy Hunter. We know and love him. He's great. He sent us in a few images.
That font just kills me. That's a piece of art right there, man.
Take your screenshots, folks. This is history in the making. By the way, every person who submitted has this same font and same size font.
Everybody that's watching this right now, they're gonna have like those pair of glasses where the eyeballs are popping out because we stared so hard.
Yeah, thanks, Avery eyes.
I was trying to find my magnifying glass, but I couldn't find them.
All right, so we're starting off here. This is Eldor had been working on his Eternia playset, scaled to the. Why am I blanking out on these?
Loyal subjects.
Yeah.
Loyal subjects. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Allison. At least it's not Comic Sans for sure. The most hated font of all time. I don't know. I haven't seen the clip yet. Is there a Bone Throne scene? Oh, yes.
In Revelations.
Revelation, yeah. Classic, right?
Right. Yeah, watch this with your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Eldor, this is beautiful. First of all, for those of you that don't follow Masterversal Toy Hunter on Instagram, he's making something new every week. I mean, it's phenomenal. And he's using found materials like paper, and he's just doing great stuff. This is fantastic. Look how he has each piece numbered to match. He's making this puzzle himself. What were you going to say, Adam? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just admiring it. It's really nicely done.
It's so cool.
That's awesome.
So then he made his own Koldar, Masterverse style Koldar, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
Love this.
Looks
that
so.
That gold makes it so much better, I think, than the yellow on that. The Origins version. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks great.
Yeah, I love it.
This is the kind, like if they do Masterverse Koldar, this is exactly what he should look like.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd buy this for $30.
Well, and I like that, again, you can see this is Fisto's armor here, but then he's added to it, and that's all original sculpting that he himself does.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Anytime you can see a great Filmation character, it's awesome. I don't know if he's a great character, but I mean, Filmation.
He's a great
awesome.
character.
He's a complicated character.
Yeah.
And this phenomenal Grizzlor. This is like Grizzlor the Ancient. I love this.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Right?
He's almost, sorry, go ahead.
No, Adam, go ahead, please.
A little bit Karg look to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Karg with Grizzlor.
There's a little bit of Karg. There's also a little bit of the, remember in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one
Yes.
There's a little bit of that werewolf.
Yeah.
That's
what I get every time I look at this, that Bram Stoker's werewolf, and I love it.
Yeah, I was going to say something like an 80s style, horror film, Wolfman or something. Yeah.
For sure. This is gorgeous too.
Yeah.
So he's using, it looks to me like, because this is before the Grizzlor came out, the Master Grizzlor came out. So he's using, I believe he's using the new Eternia Beastman arms and legs, perhaps. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell what all these pieces are from.
Stinkor feet.
Stinkor feet.
I was going to say.
Classics accessories.
Yeah.
You don't rip a Grizz here. Grizz rips you.
Yes, exactly. This is a vicious Grizz.
Yeah,
Another hashtag, vicious Grizz.
As if Rip a Grizz didn't already sound enough like a bathroom joke.
Rip a vicious Grizz. That's it.
Vicious Grizz.
And this sorceress sculpt he's making is out of this world.
Yeah.
Look at the teeth on that face sculpt. I mean,
there are teeth on the face sculpt. That's what we're gonna say here. There are teeth.
Yeah,
like individual teeth too. It's not just a line.
I'm telling you, like, I can't do this kind of detailed work. I can admit that. I can, you know, when we say we can't do something and we haven't tried, trust me, I have tried, and my hands get a little shaky. I have a hard time with it. But man, Eldor.
Whenever I try to do details, same.
Yes.
Hands get too shaky.
Yeah, absolutely. So beautiful. So I did. So just so you know, folks, for those of you just tuning in, we're just starting our viewer showcase part 2, and I did hone it down to 3 to 5 images per submission. So
which is difficult.
Which is difficult because some of you sent in like 20 photos, and if you did that, you got a response from me saying I would show some. You know, I just tried to pick what I could pick, and all this stuff's amazing. So that's it for Eldor. Oh no, that's right. Never mind.
This
duplicate.
Right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, big shout out to Joe Motto for really introducing us all to the copycat. I'm still going to call it copycat. I don't care what Mattel calls it. But
they stole his idea.
Yep.
They never saw his idea.
That's bullshit.
They can't admit to seeing his idea.
I think he actually sent it to them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I believe he did say that.
He's said that, and we've heard him say, I think he's even said it on our show, that the community is about sharing. He's definitely got a good heart when it comes.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's definitely humble about everything.
He's got a good balance in his head on how to handle this stuff. But yeah, that was pretty rough. I hope, and I don't know if it happened, but I hope Mattel at least talked to him a little bit about it. But
they cannot acknowledge that he had that out there before they put one out.
Yeah,
if they acknowledge it, he has to get paid for it.
Yeah. Yes, Thanos, Eldor is a wizard.
It's a true story, bro. But I love this version. It's definitely one of the detailed. It's right up there on par with what Joe has done.
Yes.
Because his are so detailed too. And this, to me, I was like, wow, this really blew me away. All that detail and everything, and it's coming through the fur in so many different areas where it's like partially revealed, like the one leg's all like ripped off, but you know, like where the ribs are, this is probably my favorite piece that Eldor has ever done.
Yeah, it's amazing. So good job, Eldor, and thanks for sending in your submissions.
Yeah, they've all been great.
Yeah. All right, and then we come into Brick Something. Saying, Mr. Wonderful, Travis saying made Hexa Stack look better than I could have imagined. There you go. All right, Brick Something is next.
Graph is looking for the wieners of the bitches. Where's the hot dogs, folks?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, Graph.
Yeah. All the hot dogs are spoiled now.
That's right. This version devours duplicate. All right, let's move on to Brick Something. Give him the spotlight. Look at all these. Each one of these is what did you call it, Oz? I don't like the term, but what did you call it? Lazy boy customizing?
Yeah, a little bit of pop and swap. Lazy boy customs.
I don't like that term because it implies that the person is lazy. It takes a lot of energy and time and effort. That's not lazy to do to do a pop and swap. Sure, we're not getting the paintbrush out, but we're using our brains, and it's a lot of work.
There's some painting on here too, though.
And there is, right? Like on the Skeletor that's in the front with the Hordak Horde symbol.
It's Randy Savage Horde armor from Origins.
Cool.
His is white because they were doing the white and black for the HWO instead of the NWO. So they gave him white Hordak symbol. And then they released the other NWO members for Superstars, but not for WWE Eternian Universe or Masters of the WWE Universe. So I wanted to get 4 more Randy Savages just so I could pop their armor onto the super, have the whole HWO faction.
Yeah. I like seeing these. I like seeing these Skeletors together.
Yeah.
Great job.
Me too.
Skeletor across the multiverse.
Right. And he jumped on that Horde version of Skeletor long before Mattel did.
Yeah. That's awesome. Kit bashed. Skeleverse, yep. And, those of you who watch him on YouTube, you often get to see this behind him, right?
Yep.
But these Lego Star Wars pieces are gems. And, putting together Lego sets, I feel like it takes serious patience, man. I also wonder, are some of these unique to him? Like, did he piece them together, or were they all kits? That's a question for Brick. Brick, if you're watching, let us know. But it would be really cool if some of these were kits and some of them were like his own creations using the Legos on hand. Right.
But his wall of Lego and the way it frames the TV is always impressive to look at.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Lego, by definition, is all pop and swap.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And these are great too. Or this He-Man is great as well. Or Core, champion of primordial Eternia.
Yeah. Hands down, probably one of my most favorite toys that Brick shows off on his channel.
Yeah. Now, Oz, you know this better than me, but are some of these parts Mythic Legions?
These parts, I do not believe so. I don't think any of these are Mythic Legions. Of course, we know that is a Savage He-Man or the, from the Orko 2-pack. The soft goods, I believe he made himself. And I believe he bought some of the other pieces from online third parties. Because I do not recognize either one of those axes or the headdress piece.
The headdress piece is what I mean, I would love to have a little something like that.
Short axe was from Classics.
Okay, all right.
It was okay.
Agreed, Thanos. Really cool version of He-Man for sure. Is that King Grayskull hair?
That does look like a old King Grayskull, like a Classics King Grayskull, because of course we know the King Grayskull that came out for Masterverse was the Revelations version.
Yeah.
I think he may have bought. Yeah, here it is. Thank you, Thanos. I was going to say I couldn't remember which one he said he bought.
Okay. That's cool.
Rick definitely buys like a lot of third-party parts that come out because they give him exactly what he is looking for on the figures.
Nice. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's all that Brick sent in, are those 3 images. But thank you so much, Brick, for doing that.
If you guys want to see more, check out his channel. He's got a lot of cool stuff over there, and he's done quite a bit more custom stuff.
Almost everybody, everybody on here that has submitted has their Instagram channel or Instagram page. Some folks even have YouTube channels, so or Facebook pages. So definitely look them up if they're new to you. Thanos Copter, been with us from the beginning. Love his stuff. He decided to send over a few old. He sent these over. This is some of his earlier pictures.
Space Ghost.
I would love to have seen an episode of Space Ghost with Prince Adam as a guest.
That's pretty cool.
Well, we got it now.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Space Ghost is like one of my all-time favorite shows.
That's a good one.
Right. Bobby, you got to contact Thanos and make this happen.
Okay.
I love that. What's the name of the praying mantis character again? I know the other guy's Brack back there.
Right.
Brack.
Yeah, you got Brack over there.
Zorak or I can't.
Yeah,
Zorak. I think that's it. Zorak.
Something like that. Yeah.
Prince Adam, from a scene from Romeo and Juliet. Love this. Moonlit. Oh man, so good. And the pink clouds behind him too.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you got it. Zorak.
Oh, that's like is that like the scene from The Problem with Power or Prince Adam No More?
Yeah.
Or where he thinks he kills somebody and he throws his power sword down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Nice.
The chat keeps jumping so much. I'm trying to click on what people are saying, and when it does, it goes to someone that I've already
I
done.
know. Well, that's good. It's like it's going fast. You know what I mean? They're too pricey, I guess. The Space Ghost Coast to Coast figs.
Probably at this point.
And now I really love this picture. I love what he did creating the scene around the vintage mountain. Using paper as the lava is just brilliant, in my opinion.
Yep.
Here, Skelly spent all that time doing resin and pouring it, making it all nice for Manny. Could have just used tissue paper.
So I think really tissue paper is a brilliant thing. I didn't even think of it, but if you do sort of like a paper mache with the tissue paper and you use like a matte medium to gel it all together, you could sort of do the same thing, I guess, as if you're buying resin. But this is just really cool and really smart too, because he can dust it off without just by shaking it out. That's cool. He can use the lava to dust his figures.
Ooh. Multi-purpose. Gotta love it when it's tactical.
Oh man, yeah, looking good. He's got one of those Super 7 Filmation style 5.75-inch figures of Skeletor up there at the top.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
With the shiny plastic that we were just dithing on.
He stands out gorgeously, though.
He looks good up there, right?
Yep.
And at first, I thought that was a vintage Scareglow because the coloration of his
cape.
His everything.
He looks darker, yellow, yellowish.
It's definitely the
aged.
As Damon was just pointing out, I love Web Store at the top with the extra legs coming in.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Priceless. Like that right there is the shot for me because I love that. And also the detail with the lava coming down on those skulls. Like if you didn't notice in that close-up picture, those are skulls back there that lava is just flowing over, which again makes it just seem so much more sinister.
That's right. It's beautiful. Yeah. Amazing work, Thanos. Thank you so much.
Yep. It's awesome stuff.
Speaking of sinister, this next artist coming up.
Yeah, that's right. Broman. Okay, so Broman sent over like 40 pictures. I kid you not. So I apologies, bro, man, but and he sent some over today too. I couldn't get them all in there. So I hope you're happy with what I chose to showcase for today. But yeah, as Oz is saying, speaking of Sinister, Broman's figures, Broman's custom Masters of the Universe figures, if they make a movie version of Masters and it has the same aesthetic, I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to nightmare fuel incoming. That's right.
Yep.
So it's going to be a serious Masters of the Universe movie. Terrifying.
We've had some sad news as far as the Masters of the Universe live action movie getting canceled.
I don't know if it's sad.
It was inevitable.
Now, that's the way it seems at this point. Like they should just not even mention those words together anymore. But if they were to make this is the live action,
yes,
like this is what we need.
Yes, right. Here we got who's the actor who played Captain America?
Chris Evans.
Doesn't this look like Chris Evans?
Pretty sure that's a Chris Evans head on there, actually.
I mean, Chris Evans would be a great Fisto.
Yeah.
I love this.
Cool. Yeah, I like it.
So is this one of those 12-inch?
Yes.
His figures are 12-inch figures.
Okay.
All of his stuff is 12. And God.
And he takes pieces from everything. If you know, he is like, I think Broman is one of the great examples of how to use what's on hand to make something new. I love that about his work. I can't identify where he got this material from. And that's how cool it is that he's altered this stuff, put them together in here and made this Fisto.
He is 100% the ultimate recycler.
Yes, love it.
Like whatever he envisions, he will find the exact part. Like I'm not sure how it works. If he, so Thanos was saying we need to have him as a guest on, and I agree because we got to walk through his process. Yeah. Does like he see the piece and be like, all right, I'm gonna make so and so next, or does like he plan out as he's like walking around thinking, okay, I want to make this character, and he's like, that would be cool on that, and that would be cool on that, you know, kind of thing. Like I want to know the process.
All right, bro, man, you're going to be a guest probably in August, so be ready. I'll reach out to you and we'll schedule something, okay? This too bad?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, right? Terrifying.
So, I like how you start us off with one of the tamer ones, and then it's like, so here's this very heroic, very dashing Fisto, and now we've got these conjoined twins that are horrifying.
So I chose a finished version along with his sort of process version, so we could see how he does it. He's got the zip ties that are gluing things together. He's choosing colors, deciding where parts are going to go, and what color things are going to be painted, and it's great. So yeah, his stuff is nightmarish, but it's also post-apocalyptic, which you know kind of works in the Masters of the Universe realm.
It's very like Mad Max 2.
Yeah.
You know, Mad Max 2 and preparing to get into the Thunderdome. Like that portion of it.
Yes, for sure.
A little bit
Mad
of
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
The way he details and blends and shades the colors, and like, okay, so we're talking about the fact that he uses like celebrity head sculpts and things like that. He's using 12-inch scale figures. But yet it's like, well, where do you get the figure with that open mouth, like screaming looking face?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where did that come from?
Yeah. Well, the other head looks kind of like Heath Ledger, but the screaming face, I don't know.
Right.
And that's really interesting. Yeah.
And it's because like, and I say that because there is more than like this figure that has that twisted, tormented look about it that he's made.
Yeah.
And again, it's just one of those things that I absolutely love. And yeah, Damon says it right here. Pure art, sculptures, imagine a museum exhibit with all of this walking through it.
That's right. Absolutely, Damon. You know, the great thing about making challenging yourself to make Masters of the Universe characters kind of real is that you would sort of realize that the pain of having two bodies spliced together, and we're seeing that here. It must be like a terrifying experience. It's sort of like if they ever made a realistic Weekend at Bernie's, it would be a disgusting mess.
Right.
So you know, the reality of Too Bad would be a terrifying situation.
So he's saying that that's Christopher Lee. So which head is the Christopher Lee? The blue or the more purple, the screaming in anguish one? Which one's Christopher Lee?
Oh wow, that is interesting.
Well, the reason I got to ask is because I don't scream like that.
You don't? I do.
Spoiler alert.
Woke up
It's who I'm named after. For
um,
those of you that didn't know my real name, now you do.
and here's his Koldar.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Which
look at
again, I dig the Loki horns on this version.
Yes,
like
absolutely. Thank you. So cool.
that's the other thing too. Like with his okay.
All right, yeah.
Hammer Movies Vampire Christopher Lee. Got it.
Okay.
Oh, that's so epic.
I see that.
Great choice, great find.
Ooh.
My body cries that you cut up that figure to make this, but still, that's amazing.
He's probably, you know what? I bet you when we talk to him, he's going to be like, I buy, you know, bags of parts from eBay or something like that.
Good. Yeah.
Very true. But his heroes are like heroic heroes. Like all of them look very, very heroic.
And he said, this is a LeBron head sculpt. Very cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Bud was gonna guess Ash versus Evil Dead Scream. That makes sense, yeah, because they got a lot of screaming looks.
Yeah. I like this Koldar. Very
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I love that axe.
Yeah. And now this is my favorite though.
It's wild.
Mechaneck.
I mean,
Oh.
Those eyes are spooky.
Yes. Right? I love this.
It's kind of a RoboCop-ination of Mechaneck.
That's what I was thinking too.
I know it's like Judge Dredd, right? But it's
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like the body horror of RoboCop.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Look at that cod piece.
Everybody check out them crotches.
Skelly.
It's so cool, man. Where's that gun from? I want to know where that gun is.
Right? That's what I want to say. Like, because the gun almost looks like the web store gun. Like, it looks very close to that, you know, Masters of the Universe gun sculpt, but it's not. Like attorney and cop. Just gonna highlight that and leave it up there on screen for a while, guys.
I like what Bud said though. So good. You know what? Never sell Mechaneck short, right?
That's right.
Is that about shortening anything? So again, that was a Mechaneck that it's like typically when I look at the Mechaneck character, I'm not like, oh, that guy could whoop my ass. But this one,
yeah. This guy's hardcore, right? And
Yeah,
you don't
he is.
mess with this guy.
Nope.
All right, now, so Broman, thank you so much, and also thank you so much for sending so many photos. We will, I promise you, when we have you on, we'll get to all those photos, man.
Oh, so it's a Motu Mondo weapon.
Oh, wow.
That almost hurts to like say you've cannibalized a Mondo Motu figure, knowing how much they cost.
It's just borrowing the
But
weapon. It's not that. It's not that.
well, here's the other thing too about that. Broman's figures are truly, truly one of a kind,
Yeah.
and they always impress. So he took probably one of the most expensive versions of a figure you can buy, and even if he cannibalized that into something, he turned it into something priceless because you can't put a dollar amount on his creations.
100%. So we'll ask him when we have him on, but it'd be interesting to see all of his figures displayed together that we've seen. We've seen by at this point, we've seen a lot of them, or at least I have. He sends me pictures quite often.
Yeah.
And I it'd be great to see a whole wall of these. Are these displayed in a gallery or something?
Yeah, right. Yep.
I say every once in a while I wake up with a very large photo dump from Broman.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's a good day when you get a photo dump from Broman.
It's a hell of a start to your morning, that's for sure.
That's true. All right, so Alf. My wife would put a dollar amount. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm taking.
All right, Alf Inflict sent in some pictures too. So let's have a look at what Alf sent in. This is his Horde like sky sled that he built.
Oh, cool.
Love this thing. And I don't know if you see all the stuff that's around it though too.
I was gonna say it doesn't just stop at the little hoverboard sled here. Like there's depth.
Look at that mantenna. Just look at the mantenna, and also look at the slime pit He-Man. And then if you see Hordak, he's got it looks like on his arm he has a puppet of the beast monster from the Fright Zone on his hand. Yes. That's amazing to me. Like I love that idea.
Yeah.
Well, that is actually, I think it's Boojaboo. Mentioned him before. He's a 3D printer and customizer. He sells a lot of like 3D files.
Oh, okay.
He made that as an attachment piece that you could put on.
I love
it. It's phenomenal.
That's very cool.
Looks like there's a custom Calyx figure in the background too.
Oh yeah, I see that now. Yeah. And almost like there's a version of a Horde Trooper that looks like it's one piece of plastic up in the front. Like it doesn't look like an action figure version of it. It looks like a small sculptural piece instead. There's just a lot to see in this photo.
Yeah, there is so much to dissect, but
yeah, very cool. So yeah, he did say that it was a 3D printed Fright Zone creature. Oh, and it's a resin Horde Trooper. That makes a lot of sense. Love it. Love it. Very cool. And check this guy out.
Wow.
Another fantastic favorite of his that he's shown me.
Yeah.
This guy right here, the Minotaur looking thing. We never had a Minotaur looking character come out, and he fits right in.
Totally.
I mean,
he's mean looking.
He's mean looking. And when I saw this, I was like, why have we not gotten this? Why isn't there a character like this? It makes so much sense in the Masters universe.
Yeah.
Like,
it could be Grizzlor's buddy.
There you go. Right? Because Grizzlor is like the jailer of the Horde, right? And, the Minotaur, the Labyrinth just makes sense. Like, put him right there in the jail.
Yep. I love it. The Broken Horn. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
again, just that little extra detail that, you know, goes into that. To think like, okay, it's not just going to be completely symmetrical both sides. No, we're gonna break a horn here. It's fantastic.
Now, I want to say also, Alf sent a bunch of pictures today too. So, Alf, apologies, I couldn't include everything, but I love your stuff, man. And I have to say, this Moss Man made my day.
Is that awesome. A Masterverse Moss Man that's been flocked, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like, yeah.
This is gorgeous. The way he should have looked.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Mattel, are you taking notes?
Yeah. Don't release a Moss Man without flocking.
Right.
And
right.
That the flocking helped bulk this figure out a little bit.
Look, man, this is a $40 flocking figure.
That's right.
Yeah.
So wasn't it? I thought there was like a prototype that was flocked for this figure, and then they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw that. That would be
like it was going to be flocked. Yeah. But I do like that it's clumpy. It looks like actual moss.
Yeah, it does.
I agree. Yeah. Like having it in certain areas, but it's also not like where you would think. Like it's not like he avoided the joints, because look where it's flocked. It's flocked right at the shoulders, right at the elbows and wrists.
Yeah.
Like, nope, the bicep where you would think that you would do the flocking because it's less likely to rub off. Nah, leave that bare. That's great.
Great. It looks like the same kind of flocking that Four Horsemen used on their Mossman Bryophytus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Skelly, you were just showing off that sweet, sweet swamp thing you got. I want to see a flocking swamp thing.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, this thing's beautiful.
I agree. And just right along with what Adam was saying, like it makes it look real that way. Like it looks like actual moss.
That's right. And check this guy out. I mean,
that's cool.
This
King
is
He-Man.
There's certain things that the fans make that feel like they're out of left field, and I love that.
Yeah.
Feels like it should have come out.
Well, I was about to say, some of the stuff that we see is better than what Mattel is coming out with.
Absolutely.
You know, like there's different designs of things, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
beautiful.
Again, I believe this head came from like Hordak MX or again like Bujaboo. I think I remember seeing this one on there, and you've got to go to the community, and that's where you find the stuff that we just feel like Mattel should be giving us from the start.
Yeah.
Look at his the Zodak belt buckle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for seeing that, Adam. I would have not noticed that at all. That's brilliant.
Right. He's got the hollowed out Viking He-Man helm. You know, he's got like these epic. I'm trying to pick out where the arm pieces are from, the armor. You know, he's got the man-at-arms, shin guards, and knee pads. It's just like, you know, all the different elements that go into this. And then the paint detail.
Yeah. He's ready for battle.
Yep.
Yeah, gorgeous. Alf, just gorgeous. And this is out of left field. A viewer, Julie P, has a Facebook custom My Little Ponies page.
Okay.
And she sent in a bunch of pictures.
Epic.
Look at these.
Holy crap. LEDs all up in the ponies?
Yeah, these are vintage ponies, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Altered to have these LED lights in them.
That's incredible.
Which I think is amazing.
I'm not going to lie. Like, those are actually some pretty cool ponies with the LEDs in them.
Right? I mean,
I'm about ready to go to a rave.
No, this is fantastic. I mean, what a brilliant concept too. I was thinking, like, what other toys would work that are made of a similar material, and immediately I thought of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
You know, get a bunch of them for $4 from Ollie's and put LED lights in them.
If we can find them now, I'm still looking for you, buddy.
But something like this looks almost as if the plastic is molded like a transparent plastic, because
Right.
all ponies are slightly transparent, are they?
I remember the pony figures being pretty hollow to start. Like they weren't like real solid or dense. My sister had a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, like honestly, when I was a kid, because again, I'm into like all the cool boy toys and stuff like Masters of the Universe, so I always thought the ponies kind of looked dumb. These look pretty awesome, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what she's doing is creating art there.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Exactly.
With like the patterns painted on, and then the way the lights shine through.
Yeah.
And give us that. That is really, really amazing.
Highlighting certain parts. Yeah.
I don't know if that design is new or if that's a pony design, like on the hindquarters there with the birds. I don't know if that's a new design or if that's a.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I assume she like stenciled it on there, but you're right. I mean, that could be part of the original ponies. I'm not sure.
Based on the next one, I'm beginning to think it might be stenciled on there because I don't think any ponies came with this design on there.
Hey man, the 80s came right after the 70s. There were still a couple of potheads. Not everybody.
Looks like a tattoo I have on my ass.
See, there you go.
I knew one of you had this. I was just waiting to see who would admit it. And the hair is like a direct homage to like the trolls.
Troll.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you know all those guys were smoking pot.
Oh, totally. Love this. And so Dawning of a Decade, I'm sure that her next episode is going to incorporate ponies, right? It's gotta.
I'm hoping they're smoking pot, just saying.
Here's another one. There's another cannabis pony.
You know, rock on. You know,
Yep.
This stuff just went legal here in Maryland finally. And yeah, rock on the legal ponies.
That's right. Anyways, this was cool. I'm glad that she sent the pictures in. This
Yeah,
is
it's awesome. Something different. Yeah, it's great.
definitely something different, and we could definitely talk about other toys a bit more frequently on this channel. But
Yes.
but we always come back to Masters.
Oh, it's because again, we've all talked about our history with Masters and what we love about it.
That's right. So thank you, Julie, for submitting these. This is awesome.
Nolan wants to buy a commission to go with his Bob Marley. Just saying.
So go to Julie P's Ponies on Facebook, and I did try to get it right. That's the appropriate amount of E's. So if you're trying to find the right page,
I can see Skelly counting.
I was.
I
did.
Which he had the magnifying glass.
That's
out
right.
The whole time.
Yeah, no shit.
It's 7 E's on there. Okay, so if you're looking
7 E's, folks.
yeah. I'm counting it again to make sure I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. Okay.
Even with 7 E's, you can't see it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess there is one
Oh
more.
wow. And you know what? After looking at those two pot ponies, these ponies are on Molly. That's what these are all at.
Well, the
These
hair,
are my lit ponies.
the hair is longer too, right?
Oh, definitely. I don't remember any ponies like that with that long.
Yeah.
I always think when I see these, I think of like the deep sea fish with the
Oh,
lights,
anglers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just that anything that has like the light up, those see-through things. Yeah. Good night lights.
Very good.
When 6 E's just aren't enough. Hey, you don't know.
Laser light ponies.
Laser light ponies. There it is. Skeletor corrupted them all.
And so, yeah, thank you, Julie, for sending those in. Yep. And now we're on to Nolan. Nolan's toy photography page or creative page on Instagram is Universal Toy Box. So folks, go check him out. This is, I love that we got, we went from ponies and now we're also looking at this dirt bike that he's been working on.
Awesome.
I just love the color choices here.
Mhm.
Green, white, and black. I don't know why that just totally rocks my world.
It's Othello.
Yeah,
Right?
totally. I could be riding this around town. Could you see me riding this around town?
I
I
could see it
definitely see you riding around.
with a big ass helmet.
It's a big
And a magnifying glass.
like with longhorns on it.
Yeah, right. Like
There
the
we
guy in
go.
Every Which Way But Loose.
Yes.
There we go. Now it's coming
The
together.
Black Widows. So they have a Black Widow's jacket on you.
That's right, man. Yes. No, I love this. What's that, Bobby? Do you know what the name of that movie is? It came out in the early '60s. It's black and white. It's a B movie, and it's like biker zombies.
Okay.
Do you guys know
Just
what?
named my Saturday night.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but if you just type in biker zombies, I think you'll get the image. But
Yeah.
they're very, very stylish biker undead B movie. Very cool. Early '60s. This reminds me of that. But that's not it. He also contributed a Conan
Cool.
Barbarian.
Very, very epic Battle Armor Conan, folks.
Conan.
Nice.
Y'all are sleeping on this one.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. I love seeing Arnold's head on that battle armor body.
Right?
Oh,
So apparently that bike was an electric conversion kit.
nice.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
And John Emerald Knight has joined us. Good to have him here.
Well, where did he eat? Because he says he's in Chicago, so I want to know what he ate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let
All
us.
right. We need some answers here, John. Where'd you eat? Where'd you go?
Yep. And John, you're just in time. You're about to be featured here pretty soon. I love this Conan. It's fantastic. It's great. Now the challenge is, folks, I want to see one of you make a Conan O'Brien battle armor.
He's got a scale like 6'2",
All legs.
all legs, and
hair.
ginger.
And
The most ginger that ever gingered.
yes, that's absolutely right.
He's got to look so Irish it'll make you want to eat Lucky Charms.
Yes. Lucky
Really?
Charms with corned beef. Lucky Charms in a bowl of Guinness. That
There you
sounds,
go. There you go. You pour
Oh.
your Lucky Charms in the Guinness,
that's right.
and that definitely is something I've done.
Oh no. That was a
Beer and cereal, not a great mix, by the way.
no, man, I can imagine it's a horrible idea.
That's in the movie. So who put beer in their cereal?
Is that one of
Oh,
those?
that was Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
Yeah.
thinking Animal House, but yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
Revenge of the
Booger?
Nerds.
Did Booger do it?
No, it was. I think it was.
It's one of the frat guys.
No, I think it was Skolnick. Skolnick might have done
Oh,
it.
so
Was it?
Yeah,
brilliant. God, I love that movie. I just
I
watched
do
it.
too.
Just watched it recently. It's such a good movie. And
All right.
the
Bud's
monologue-
already been planning his Conan O'Brien custom, apparently.
please, please, Bud, I gotta see that, man. I'm a huge Conan O'Brien fan.
Me too.
This figure, this Keldor figure,
Yes.
is amazing. By the way,
Cool.
sorry, Nolan, we weren't talking about it while we were looking at it, but
Yeah, it
this
is awesome.
guy is spectacular. He looks like a Dragonor figure almost.
Yeah, he does. I
Right?
think it's the color.
Yeah.
It's
Color.
definitely the color that brings that look, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it too. And those Dragonor figures are great.
yeah.
Beautiful.
I feel like this is otherworldly. I think this is incredibly special. I love this figure.
He'll love Giordano's. Giordano's is great.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the restaurant.
Yeah, the pizza. Mm.
Well, they're planning that one out. Says it was Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah, Skolnick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I love this, Nolan. Fantastic custom Keldor.
Yes, it is. It's awesome.
And Nolan, did this character have a name? So let us know if you have a name for this particular Keldor, or if he's just like, Lava Keldor or something.
Cobweb's been doing a great job out there with the custom names. He says that Conan O'Brien needs to be called
Ginger. Oh my gosh, Cobb, that's amazing.
And this is apparently Danny Trejo Keldor.
Oh, this is Conan after 5 minutes in the sun.
Yeah, totally.
This is Ginger been standing outside too long. SPF -2.
Outdoor Ginger and indoor Ginger.
I'm done. Outdoor Ginger.
All right, and so thank you, Nolan.
Yep,
Love
thank
your
you.
stuff. Everybody, go follow.
That's right.
Toy Box. Amazing stuff.
So, okay, there is no name for him yet. So Nolan's going to have to put up a fan vote for everybody. Danny Trejo, Keldor, or Outdoor Ginger?
Outdoor Ginger. I can't think of anything witty for this. The Outdoor Ginger is pretty funny. Sorry to anybody who suffers from having skin that gets affected by the sun that easily.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
look,
me.
man. I was gonna say I go outside and I get burnt up real easy too.
Yeah.
So- and no matter how much sunscreen I put on my bald head, it don't help. Bandanas all day.
All right, then we got Bud submitted some things. So my buddy's Customs Bud submitted a few photos.
Jason Momoa's brother.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Son.
That's a good one. I've seen this before from Bud, but I love his Anti-Eternia Battle Cat.
That's cool.
So glad
I
he's
agree.
seen this photo. Love that. Also love how He-Man is really pointing his toes in a very dainty way here.
Very gingerly sitting atop of that saddle. I wonder if there's some extra horns on the seat.
No. I thought he was just being like fancy.
Pinkies up and toes down, boys.
Right. More power to Anti-Eternia He-Man with his pointy toes. So I love this though. That Anti-Eternia Battle Cat is beautiful. Great job there, Bud.
I agree.
And
The detail he is able to put on some of these figures is just phenomenal.
Yeah, the Skeletor Panther, fantastic.
Yep.
Love this. I mean, I just love these colors anyways, but look at where he placed the white though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very smart use of white here. Just like, he added some to the hair too.
Yep, make it look more comic accurate.
Yep.
Yeah, good idea.
Very cool.
Very, Keldor needed some hair plugs. It's cool.
And his like punk rock Superboy.
Well,
Fantastic.
this, if I remember correctly, this was his Superboy custom before McFarlane got a better looking one. Because McFarlane's original Superboy was not based off of the 1990s Superboy, which is what this really looks like.
Ah, okay. Very cool. I'd never seen a version of Superboy that looks like this, so I like seeing this. This is great.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Superman.
Yeah, I haven't in a long time, so I know there's a lot out there. What was it? There's that Danzig looking Superman that McFarlane Toys came out with. Go ahead.
The metal Superman.
Yeah, like death metal Superman. Yep. Adam's got his puppy out.
Yeah, he's starting to get impatient. He's like, Pay attention.
He
Yeah,
is one of the official co-hosts of Toy Frenzy on
Yes,
principle
that's right.
alone.
saying it's almost been 2.5 hours, Dad. When are you gonna be done?
Exactly.
We're still looking at art.
Yeah.
He's just mad he colorblind. He can't see all the pretty colors.
That's right.
Now you all should go look at Bud's YouTube channel and Bud's Instagram. He does a video, a time lapse video where he painted this transformation He-Man, and it's really good. I love process videos, and I loved watching him paint this.
He does a good job.
All the layers. What a successful version of transformation He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, again, one of the things, like, Mattel's really missed out on a great opportunity, and where the community just is kicking their butt right now in a lot of ways, putting out better work than a lot of what we're getting from them. Like this right here, this could have been an easy, like, con exclusive or Mattel Creations thing. Like, people would have bought it. People would have been about it.
Yeah.
And it takes the fan to put it out there and be like, you know what? Let's do this.
I would have bought this. I would have bought this over. I didn't buy the Revelation He-Man. I would have totally bought this one.
Yep.
Yeah, Bud, great job with this, man.
Yep.
And he did such an amazing job of making sure all he did was paint the skin and the hair, which, if you go back to that in Revelations, it was a very, like, almost Sailor Moon-esque transformation, which is exactly what Bud captured in this picture.
Yeah. Very cool. And without it being translucent, he's captured a kind of translucency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the magic of expert use of paints.
I agree.
And he sent this one along too. I just like what a great photograph this is. That's his custom painted Grayskull, but with the light on the inside, it's just gorgeous.
Yep. And it lights up the spirit of Grayskull up at the top too,
Right.
which is another great touch.
Yep. Beautiful. And the what is it? The techno cult in Revelation. What was it called? Motherboard. The motherboard right behind Grayskull right there. The computer.
There you go.
And we got John, Emerald Knight photos up next. So Bud, thank you so much, man.
Yes.
Love your stuff. Love your work. And John, we had John on just last week. Was it last week? Yeah,
last week.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was last week.
I just feel like every week, the older I get, every week feels like it's like 3 weeks.
Well, for me, they just feel like they're coming faster and faster. Like, I woke up this morning, I was like, oh crap, it's Thursday. And yet I was just complaining on Tuesday, like, how it feels like, oh man, what a week. It's only Tuesday.
What's that scene in the Jerk when Steve Martin is trying to talk about how much time he spent with
it's like a day, and then the next hour feels like another 2 days. Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, it makes me want to watch the Jerk again.
I love that movie.
Watch that movie like a million times.
Hey, shithead.
Yeah.
names his dog shithead.
Well, like, you know, like, I'm sorry, those 80s comedies like that, like, really molded my sense of humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna buy me a thermos today.
I mean, okay, so we know John is an incredibly talented photographer.
Yep.
But look at this. First of all, number one, I don't know this figure at all.
I don't either. What is that?
And I don't need to know. The picture is so intriguing. Just the way the colors.
That shield is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from Mythic Legions, guys. This is part of the War of the Aether Blades 2-pack that just recently released.
I mean,
thank you, Mr. Wizard.
You're welcome.
I just love this photograph. Yeah, love it.
As a matter of fact, this was part of the random act of kindness that we did for John, where we got him the 2-pack.
That's right. Yes. That's so cool. I see when people start talking about Mythic Legions, there's something like a defense mechanism in me that just glosses over, because if I get too interested, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
You're already so tempted with those
It's
few that you own.
it's also delicious. Those Cosmic Legion figures. Oh my God, they're so cool.
Yeah, they are.
I could talk about those to no end.
They are amazing. So I like.
You have.
I have like a.
No, I end on Saturdays. I have to cut it off, but I end after 6 hours.
Yes, thank you, Damon. Thank you, Damon.
Don't fall down the slippery slope.
I know. I'm trying real hard, man. Trying real hard.
Easy.
Clamp champ. This photo is beautiful. Oh my
Champ
God.
of clamps.
Right?
Clamps.
I mean, this dude can open a can.
I didn't even know he was out yet or available yet.
Yeah, I think he is.
I don't know if we can find him, but there's a certain store that John always likes to purchase from that seems to have.
I think you're trying to hide information or slightly give information. I can't tell.
I don't know. Some people get yelled at for saying it, but I'll say it on live stream, whatever. Hey, Palmart.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like it's no secret who gets all the stuff early.
Right.
Everybody knows who it is.
I don't know about that place, but
I mean, you
more
pay a
expensive
premium.
though.
Yeah, you pay a premium price for it, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get it before everybody else will.
Okay. That explains how some folks out there get that stuff so early. But this is a lovely photograph. I mean, just right.
Again, those colors just really pop. His use of lighting makes it so much more dynamic.
Yeah.
And then the fading out, soft focus on the background makes it look like it's full size.
Yeah.
Yes.
It adds an element of realism for sure.
Yeah.
And then these two troublemakers.
Yeah.
Now this is Tomac and what's his name, right? His twin brother.
Yeah. Tomac and Zema. You just got to turn the names backwards.
That's right.
That's all there is to it.
They were
Tomac and Zema.
So I don't recall them wearing suits, but
they wear suits in the cartoons, right?
Yeah. And a couple episodes in the cartoons, because like they also kind of where most of Cobra is like behind the scenes, they have a public face.
Right.
So there are several episodes where they are dressed in suits.
Yeah, they're in that big building they work at and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
That brings back memories. I haven't watched G.I. Joe since '85.
God.
I haven't rewatched any of those. I should do that.
You should. I'll send you the link, Skelly.
Oh, please do. Please do.
I got the whole set right here.
I was also going to say, actually, right now, Bobby, isn't it up on Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi does have it. Yeah.
If you are not downloading and watching on Tubi, I don't know how I got into pushing Tubi to so many people, but
Tubi's awesome.
They have got so many great shows on there from the 80s right now.
Yeah.
Like if you want to walk down nostalgia lane, and it's all free. Yeah, you got to put up with commercials. So it's just like in the 80s.
But the commercials aren't real long either, though.
No, they're not. They're shorter than most YouTube commercials these days.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll do it.
There it is. Extensive Enterprises.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, this is great. And as a kid, I had the twins in their traditional garb, and I thought they were amazing. I just love that whole concept.
I loved the mirrored look was perfect. Like it wasn't just the same figure; it was mirrored.
Yeah, what a brilliant ploy. I mean, the novelty is just priceless.
No, everybody's chiming in. Tubi rocks. That's right. Everybody get on Tubi. Cut your cable.
Mask is on there and everything.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yep.
Nice.
Like so many generations of Transformers.
Yeah. But I own them all on DVD, so I'm good.
Swamp Thing, the movie's on there, Skelly.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, Toxic Avenger.
Cool.
Yeah, all of them.
Both Toxic Avengers Nukem
Three.
High.
All three, yeah.
Oh, is it all three are on there? Even
Yeah, all
better.
three. Yeah, the original and the 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's
Nukem High.
all right. You
Yeah, the
That's on
class of
there?
Nukem High. That's a goofy ass.
told me. I'm officially
Download it now.
This web store photo is my
Awesome.
favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, because of the eyes.
Just spectacular.
Yeah.
Again, nightmare fuel.
Yeah. That's how it should be, right? Terrifying.
Yes.
So just FYI, my phone is at the point where it was last time, where it died suddenly. So hopefully,
Okay.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, it's at 50%. The last time it died at 49. So,
Okay. Well, we're getting close to the end, so hopefully we'll survive the last 10 minutes or so. So this is a great photo, but this one's also fantastic too. RoboCop. I mean, what an amazing photo of RoboCop. Now the paint job on this RoboCop, I don't know if it's the lighting in his photograph, but it is reminiscent of, like, there's some kind of iridescence going on the that really reminds me of the movie, because there was kind of at certain angles his armor had a kind of like iridescence. I don't know if Emerald Knight, if John is capturing this with lighting, or if the action figure actually has a kind of iridescence painted in. But what a cool photograph.
It is.
I can't say. I don't own the NECA RoboCop, but I mean, it could be either or.
Yeah.
You know, John works magic with the lighting in most of his photos.
Yeah. So I think that is it. Oh, no. We got Aaron Payne's toy samples here.
Oh, we can't forget about Aaron.
And so thank you, John. Love your photographs, man.
Yep.
Amazing stuff. And now I don't know the name of this glider, but
Well, clearly this is the Cobra glider, which, as we all remember, there was a Cobra version and a Joe version when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because that's how it all was. Now, he went and found the Fortnite gliders, you know, the game that all the kids are into, Fortnite. They went on clearance and they were at Aldi's, so you can get them like dirt cheap. And he went around and got a couple so that he could do one of each.
yes, that's fantastic. I did see gliders being talked about on the IG chat, but I didn't know what it was in reference to. So that makes a lot of sense.
It's cool.
It brings up a great point. So we all complain about when we got to go to work and we feel dead. RoboCop was dead and still showed up. That man's dedicated. He won't get a raise, though.
My God, thank you for that, bro, man. That is a good. I'm gonna remember that tomorrow at work.
Right? I think we all need to remember that and tell them all.
Mm-hmm. And a Masterverse Panther.
Right?
Fantastic.
I think this was like the first custom that he was showing off a lot of in the group chat.
Yeah.
And the way he was able to get the detail, especially around the articulation, just incredible.
It's so cool. That just makes me so happy. I love seeing that. Now someone's got to go in there and make a flocked one, right?
Yeah, right.
Go flock your Panther, people.
That's right. This is beautiful, though, Aaron. Fantastic.
All Panthers must be flocked.
Yeah. And oh man, so we're entering Dreadnought territory with these motorcycles. Look at that. That thing is beautiful.
The greatest part about this bike here, this was like an exclusive set when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he managed to recreate it with just like a standard bike that was out at retail now.
I mean, so this is making me so far with Emerald Knight's pictures and with these and with Aaron's pictures, I'm really feeling like I have to revisit G.I. Joe stuff because it's been so long. And at the end of my interest in G.I. Joe, it was all about Dreadnoughts, and I think I forgot about everybody else.
Well, the Dreadnoughts are awesome.
They're amazing.
One of the
Well,
coolest
I'll tell you one thing though. The cartoon is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It is. I love watching it. It's great.
Well, I'm definitely gonna jump back into those episodes.
I mean, the stories are. I mean, the art. I mean, it's great. I mean, I like a lot of the
Yeah.
characters as well from GI Joe, but the cartoon is awesome. The second
agree.
series isn't so great from the '90s. It's kind of trash,
Hmm.
but the original series is awesome.
I never watched the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I
know
own
what's
it,
not-
but yeah,
You know what's not trash is this damn motorcycle. It's beautiful.
that is.
Right? He did a fantastic job with this, and then the other Dreadnought bikes that he did as well.
Mm.
Like, and again, this is anybody who knows Aaron knows that he does like the clearance dives. That's where he gets a lot of his parts for the customizing and stuff. So, like when the motorcycles went on clearance for WWE, the Crash 'em Bash 'em cycles, you know, and it was perfect scale. The way it's painted up, it's like, yeah, okay, there you go. That is exactly that. That is the Dreadnought cycle.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And this just made me so happy seeing these dudes, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh, so cool.
Buzzer
And
and
again-
Naugahyde. Yeah.
Right? Not released yet. These figures aren't out. He made these.
Yep.
But-
I love them, Aaron. Thank you for doing that.
Right. They jumped right off of the classic retro card backs and into his collection,
Man.
and they upscaled themselves.
Yep. They're beautiful.
Amazing.
Nawhide just cameoed in Jelly-Eyed Kraken's stories that he was telling with the
Yeah, that's right.
merman competition.
Oh man. All right. So then that takes us to the end.
Takes us to the beginning.
Yeah, it does. SDC. No.
What does that say?
Okay, so it's official. This is how the slides are forever going to look now, folks.
Oh,
Oh, man. Thank you, everyone, for contributing your amazing work to this.
yes.
Every 6 months, we're going to do a viewer showcase. That's what we've set up for ourselves. So
Don't put a timeline on it, because as soon as you put a timeline on it, we're going to forget about it.
yeah. All right.
Because it was supposed to be every other month now.
Yeah.
So next week is our 1-year anniversary, 50th episode, Bobby's birthday episode.
Nope.
And
Yeah,
And
Allison
so-
says at least it's not Comic Sans.
yeah, again, for sure. So I just want to say, like, this, what a great way to lead into the 1-year anniversary.
Yep.
The 1-year anniversary show could have been this week, could have been last week, but we're definitely doing it next week. We've got 2 incredible giveaways that we're going to be hosting that night. So for those of you who do watch this show, make sure you're there, because it's going to be a sentimental night, because we're sentimentalists. But also we're going to be giving away stuff, and you got to be here for it. And that's just kind of how these things work. Do we want to say anything about what we have to give away?
I thought we already basically revealed everything, right?
Well,
It's technically going to be 3 giveaways.
okay? So let's talk about it again. With the one that you go for it, Oz.
Well, because originally we were just going to do one as a giveaway. Like, what was the special reason? But oh, that's right. We were going to do a 50th episode giveaway.
Mhm.
Then we were going to do the 1-year giveaway. But
Yeah.
that was back when they weren't lining up at the same time.
Right.
We've taken a couple weeks off, so it's
Because we
lined
took
up.
a couple weeks off, so it worked. Because otherwise, 1 year would be at 52 episodes instead of 50.
Yeah.
And then of course we had the Patreon exclusive giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a total of 3. we have announced before what those giveaways are. So the artwork was the 50th episode giveaway. We've gotten a ton of artwork from one of our Patreon members who's donated these. You can't get them outside of the UK, basically.
Yeah.
Except for here on Toy Frenzy for our 50th anniversary or our 50th episode giveaway.
They are incredibly gorgeous posters. And we're going to be showing them off next week. We've shown them a little bit before, but we'll show them off again next week. They are incredibly gorgeous.
Yeah, we're going to be fully getting into that next week.
Yeah.
The 1 year anniversary episode giveaway has been something that has taken quite some curation to collect.
Yes.
Through donations, we have just about every single Origins Mattel Creations custom from last year.
Yeah.
So some hard to get figures. There's some made to order figures going on in there.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is, the majority of it is pretty tough to get.
Yes.
We've curated that as a collection. Now, again, I should say basic figures. Deluxe figures like Camo Con or the Sunman that came out last year. Sorry, we're not able to get a hold of those. But we've got mini comic Triclops, Wondar, we've got Frogmonger, Coldar,
Grizzlor. Yeah,
yes, Grizzlor should be part of that. Because there's a couple that are still coming in before we can actually get them all away.
Well, I have the Skeletor and Sumo.
Space. Okay, Bobby, you got those that were. So yeah, we've managed to pick up basically a full year worth of Mattel Creations exclusives for you for a 1 year giveaway, since technically it was a Mattel Creations toy that started the whole show to begin with a year ago.
That's right. It's phenomenal to me that a year ago, Oz, you and I were talking about Wondar.
Yeah.
And just getting to know each other. There was so much.
We really were.
Yeah.
We knew each other a bit from chatting through your lives and everything like that, but we didn't really know each other. Now, like, we talk almost every day throughout pretty much most of the week.
Yeah.
It's just how we've grown from that time.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing getting on live a year ago. And
look at you now.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. And you're going to be representing the Frenzy with Adam at PowerCon. I mean,
that's right.
That's so cool.
That is true. We're going to be meeting and greeting a lot of our friends that are going to be there. And, so many of the viewers of the show that are going to be there. It's going to be great. I can't wait to meet you all. I know Adam can't wait to meet you too. But that kind of also brings us to that Patreon exclusive giveaway. If you are not a member of Patreon, you might want to sign up for any one of us here tonight. We all have Patreons. If you sign up, there's going to be a giveaway for just patrons where it is the Pixel Dan book.
That's right.
Signed by Pixel Dan. It's getting shipped up to Adam here because Adam did quite a lot of the other writing for the book. He was definitely the basis of most of the knowledge in the book. That Pixel Dan, when he was doing research and stuff like that, Adam was a very influential and integral piece to getting that book to be published. He's going to be signing the book as well, really making it a one-of-a-kind collectible. And we're giving it away.
That's right.
Fantastic.
And the reason that's kind of Patreon exclusive. Go ahead.
And by request, I could get my dog to sign it too, just in case. In case anybody wants a third signature on it, I'll get him to sign it.
It's a paw print.
That's right. Right in the book, paw print. Nobody else is going to have this version of the book.
Right.
Even if somebody shows up to PowerCon and gets Pixel Dan to sign it, finds Adam, gets Adam to sign it, it's still not going to have the paw print.
That's right. That's so, yeah, for sure. Oh man, I'm really excited about last week. I can't wait for those of you who watch this show to win some exciting things. And And for those of you who are patrons, you know that you got that to look forward to too. If you're not a Patreon for one of our Patreon things, channels, is it a channel or is it
I
like?
guess it's a channel.
Yeah,
you can post content to it.
Yeah, that's true. You know, consider it. It's just $3 a month essentially, and even at that lowest tier, I'll send you character art, even though it's not mentioned as part of the lowest tier. That's become sort of a tradition for my patrons. I'll happily paint you a character painting, but we still want to make these prizes available to the rest of you that are not patrons, because it's not all about that. It's about
not at all.
It's just like it's about you being here, and it's about us sharing this time together. And so we wanted to make sure that there were 2 giveaways for everybody. So thank you all. I can't thank you all enough for being such awesome friends of the channel and friends of the frenzy.
So apparently Eric's plans were to have the book signed by multiple people.
Oh man, I'm really starting to like this. I'm really starting to like Eric, actually. Has Eric been on before? I don't recognize his name. Has he been on before?
Not to my knowledge. You know, I mean, Jay reached out to me the other night, mentioning Eric wanted to reach out to me and everything like that. And then I wake up to like the hugest surprise ever. Yeah. Eric's job keeps him at some weird hours. So late night streams like ours are perfect for him because it helps keep him company. So I think, oh no, we've lost Adam.
We lost Adam. Oh no.
But we'll definitely probably be seeing Eric every week from here on out, I think. And again, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Yep, you said it.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining and being such a generous patron for Oz, and I really like the way your mind works, man. Your comments have been fun. I've been watching them all night.
That's right.
But you know, that's really how we feel about every single one of you watching this show. So thank you all so much for being here. He just said he works on the river, and that got me distracted from what I was saying, because that sounds immediately very, very cool.
Right?
But thank you all so much for being in the chat and being patrons of the channel, or just being here. It's very, very cool. So, Oz, Bobby, what you got coming up?
Nothing really.
Well, now Bobby's going to be working on reproducing episodes of Space Ghost with other, characters. Y'all heard it here tonight. Space Ghost is going to be launching on Bobby's channel. Definitely check it out. It's going to happen. I'm totally talking out of my ass here.
His version is called Space Ghost Toast to Toast.
That's right. They just make toast on Brack's keyboard.
It's about toasting bread. All right, Oz, how about you? What's going on with you?
Well, probably going to be definitely going to be hanging out with Mega J tomorrow night, so you can catch me there on Mega J's live stream, as well as I will have my own show going on this Saturday. Probably talking more about the reveals that we saw, or that we're continuing to see throughout the next couple of days. Definitely. Look, Thanos Copter says he'd watch it. So, Bobby, get on it.
All right.
Space Ghost Toast to Toast. Just Space Ghost making toast.
Space Ghost Toast to Toast. Anyway.
Space Ghost getting toasted. Why not? But, you know, definitely check that out. I think that's all the lives I'm scheduled for this weekend, unless I get some random invite along the way for somewhere else, which will probably happen. Because, again, you can find me all over YouTube. I'm everywhere. Also, just to keep in mind, everybody, Travis's Hexastacks, the Kickstarter has gone live, and he's been sending me some images here. I can't reveal anything, but while backing this project for Hexastacks, first off, if you haven't seen it yet, go check him out on IG, Hexastacks. They are going to be just amazing, absolutely amazing figure stands. And he's got more coming, folks. There are going to be some stretch goals coming up through the Kickstarter. So we really got to get behind this thing and get it back, people. If you haven't already checked him out, definitely, please do swing through, check out the Kickstarter, and make sure that you back it, because those stands are going to be great. And again, I just want to give a huge shout out for everybody out there in the community.